They ain't see us coming till we hopped up on the stage. Now the fan base jumping like we dunking NBA. Now I got something else to say. Intellectual convo, sprinkled with some game. That ain't every day. Plus Peasy got them jokes. You know that nigga always playing. That's nice, yo. Homie a G. He from the hood, plus he speak like he got a degree. The guard, he a battling beast. Supreme knowledge and equality to round up the team. 4 dudes from the dirt with our eyes on the goal. Took coal, applied pressure, and made it a diamond throne.
In a second, my boy.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
All right, we lit.
Why did I just say we've been live for 39 minutes? Nah.
That's
Nah.
not true.
It says 1 minute online.
My shit just said 39 minutes. It was a glitch. That's all.
All right, about
How the
the
fuck are we here?
Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yeah, the Matrix.
Technologies.
Yeah. I said, what's going on, yo? I'm nice.
I'm Peasy.
Chop 038.
You already know Xcel.
And this is the Diamond Throne. Look at Los.
Hey.
I got y'all, yo. I got y'all.
Index Poppy, let's go. Yeah, he's doing multiple jobs at once, you heard?
I appreciate that, Los.
Index Poppy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So let's get into this Rick Ross and Envy shit real quick.
Yo.
How y'all feeling, yo?
Yeah.
Light skin and dark skin is beefing.
Pickle paddle something.
Pickleball paddle.
Pickleball
policy.
paddle.
DJ Envious.
It started over a car show, man.
It did.
You know what I mean? And then it just transcended with Ross going at him. I think Ross was on Drink Champs and he made a comment.
Mm-hmm.
Envy caught wind, started playing the game with him. If you watched The Breakfast Club the other day, he dressed up as a CEO with a pot belly.
Looking like one of the village people.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
after, though. He said that it was about cars.
They started
And then he
bringing the
said that
kids and
Ross-
his wife and shit into it.
He's like, yo, Ross, bring my kids into the shit.
I got this pool. You could bring your boys and y'all could come clean this pool for me. He was doing shit like that.
So y'all can break dance.
Y'all break
Right over
dance.
there, yeah.
So you could DJ right here. I'm like, yo, Ross is being a real
Ross was
asshole.
violent. He was on. What did he say? He said he was like, you know, you didn't. He was like, you didn't get all that money from DJing. You got that money because you sued somebody for threatening your daughter. Like you ain't paid like that from what you do. That's what it was. He said you're not. He was like, you're not DJ Clue. You're not one of them niggas. You're not paid like that for what you do. You got that bread because you sued somebody for threatening your daughter, and that's when it went up from there.
Is that true though?
He sued Star and got some bread, but Envy was already on before that.
Yeah, he does big things with real estate and shit too.
Yeah,
though.
that,
Oh,
and
for
that as
sure.
well. For
Right?
sure, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so he get a bag. He's
He get a
not
crazy bag.
far from broke.
I
And
just-
you know that's 50's man too. So you know Ross is coming
it's,
in. hard,
it's,
boss.
it's only a matter of time before 50 get involved. He told Envy said that he told 50 he don't want him to get involved, but there's already lines being crossed. He over there talking about his wife and all that shit. I just don't understand why niggas is bag watching anyway.
Envy posted the
Right.
picture with Fifth the other day.
Yeah, no, 50 wants to get involved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
50,
you
You
know
know he
50
does.
win.
He wants to
50
get
win.
involved because he don't like Ross anyway.
50
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
team
So,
petty, bro.
yeah.
50
so,
is waiting to get involved.
But what you said is real though. Like that bag watching shit is corny.
Yeah, like
It's corny.
who give a fuck? Y'all niggas is paid.
Y'all all rich.
Yeah, like straight up. Like, what are you doing?
Shouldn't even
nigga?
be
Who
beefing over
cares?
dumb shit like that.
No,
Yo, I paid 1.2 for my Bugatti. How much you pay for yours?
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
get the fuck
yeah,
out of here.
that's-
man.
It's ego driven, man. That's just Ross's ego.
Niggas is
So
weird.
that's all Ross really got to talk about though. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know, his story's a little suspect.
yeah, facts.
Not even a little. A lot of
Super
suspect.
suspect.
The most gangster CEO of all time, B.
Like you could start off CO, you took another man's life and rapped about it. Like
Right.
you ain't Rick Ross.
Mhm.
You
Then
know?
you and then
Right.
and then when niggas asked you directly, what's up with you being a CEO? He really tried to deflect.
Lied about it.
And then he hit niggas with the it's deeper than that. Like, nigga, shut up. Niggas,
He
these
said
chips.
his
These chips.
he said my big homie had got locked up. And he had suggested that I should become a CEO. I'd do something better with my life.
Yo, I love how everyone's trying to
It's
do
a
the Rick
damn
Ross
shame. I was
impression.
about to say
doing
that.
a Rick
It's a
Ross
damn
impression,
shame when
though.
we talk about Ross, we try to imitate his voice.
Yeah,
though.
man.
That's bad.
Nah,
Because
man.
you know the problem is he really talked like that.
Yeah, I would have respected it if he just was like, yeah, that was me. Like, you know what I mean? I did what I had to do to feed my
Yeah.
peoples or whatever. But he tried to make it like it was some old, like, yo, niggas told me to be a CO so I could help. Like, bro, nobody's
Niggas talk that boss shit, but you ain't comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
He's done with it.
you stole another nigga's identity.
Right.
Fucking, you lied about being a fucking CO.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, bosses is comfortable, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and obviously he ain't. So
Right.
whatever.
It just
man.
bugs me out when I watch Rick Ross videos and the random bison be running around. Just that shit always makes me laugh. Like, where you get the bison from, bro? How you got random buffaloes just in your crib, bro?
Tax purposes, though.
Yeah,
I
I
understand
know.
why you doing that. You own
Of
land.
course.
You got animals on your land. You get tax.
Of course,
purposes.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, bro, the way that his whole persona is, I don't know, yo. It just comes off as disingenuous to me, bro. It's like everything is just, I'm a boss.
Yeah.
You know, it's what bosses do.
He's like always
I'm
in
a
character.
boss. Like, bro, can you say
Yeah,
anything without ending it with I'm a
yeah.
boss or beginning it with I'm a boss?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, I don't know how
Yeah.
genuine that shit really is.
Nigga ain't none of it genuine.
I
He
was about to
tries too
say,
hard.
he tries too
Yeah,
hard.
that's
None
what
of
I've,
it's
I've
genuine.
always
Yeah,
felt
That's
like
what
that.
it
I'm
is.
like,
Yeah.
he tries too hard for
Any
me,
nigga
bro.
that tried too hard, I don't believe you.
It's just
nigga.
like you said, like him.
He make fire music, though.
Yeah, he makes good music, but just like you said, him always saying he's a boss. It's like you said, the boss is comfortable. You ain't got to keep saying it. You know what I mean? Like, stop. Just
Either you are or you ain't, nigga.
that's it, bro.
You don't gotta tell niggas because niggas know when you step in the room who you are, what you do. So
And
if he was really built like that, he wouldn't even say it. He would be secure in his in who he is as a person, and obviously he's not. Because every time the nigga talk, he's trying to
Remind
show
us.
something off, tell everybody who he is. Like I don't even I'm getting aggravated talking about the nigga because to me he's just a corny ass nigga. Like I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, yo,
He's
Ross,
corny,
Chops
man.
wants the hands, yo. We
And the
gonna set it up.
And the craziest shit is like musically and in the industry, you've done enough to just you don't even have to do that. You've done enough. People know who you are. Like you know what I'm saying? You put in enough work.
Yeah.
So
Just keep
just let
creating
that shit
business,
speak
more
for you.
business and opportunities for yourself.
Yeah,
All
man.
that ego going back and forth shit, that's all it is, bro. He's just feeding his ego.
But in the meantime, I'm gonna watch this shit till 50 get involved because I'm waiting for that.
Oh, when 50
I'm-
get involved,
I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
It's going to even be more funny.
Yeah, I'm here
Oh
for
my
that.
God.
I'm here for that.
I'm waiting for 50 to get involved. I've been waiting for 50 to get involved, bro.
Yeah.
Fifth is the funniest dude. Yo,
Funniest dude.
there's
King
nobody
Petty.
funnier than when you got smoked
Yeah.
with somebody. Fifth is the funniest, most petty person on the internet, bro.
Because right now everything's on the table. You didn't talk about niggas' wives and kids. Everything's on the table.
Yeah.
So
Crossed that line
nothing's off
already.
I
limits.
feel
He
like that's
crossed that line already.
violation, though. I do. I feel like that
No,
was a violation.
absolutely.
Like, y'all joking
100%.
around. It was a little, busting shots at each other, but it wasn't nothing serious. And then you start talking about this man's family and shit like that. So now Envy's going to say, all right, like he said, okay, now we're going to play. And I can play all day long.
That shit he said about his wife when he was like, your wife faked orgasms for 10 years. Yo, come in and play with this pickleball.
He's already
and all.
disrespecting him by
That
calling him his
shit-
girlfriend, though. He was saying girlfriend,
Crazy.
Yeah.
knowing that that's his wife. You know what I'm saying? So he was just
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, man.
little side
Make it
backhand
work.
comments and shit.
This shit's corny, but I think a lot of shit has to do with the fact that DJ Envy is his man. Him and 50 are really like friends, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's his man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you know that shit has something to do with it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
from
saying? He
Queens.
ain't just he's getting personal with Envy because he's probably cool with Fifth, and he know that
100%.
Fifth is the type where once it's like with Rick Ross and a couple of like Rick Ross, Ja Rule, there's a couple people that 50's like, yo, we're never squashing that shit. We
Absolutely.
ain't squashing that shit.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean, that's why it was no coincidence you saw the picture that Envy posted with 50. That's no
Right.
coincidence he posted that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because 50 is waiting to get involved in that shit. You know
Hell
what I
yeah.
mean?
Once it
But-
gets personal with Fifth, it's over.
Oh,
Yeah, but speaking of fights though, how y'all feel about that Lomachenko and Devin Haney fight, yo?
Lomachenko got robbed.
I think y'all robbed too though.
I think you got robbed too.
All right, yeah. I
Just
think he got,
robbed
yeah, that's
too.
the general
Robbed.
consensus.
Mhm.
I feel like in the beginning at first I was like, all right, I watched the fight. I felt like Lomachenko won, but I was like, could have possibly been a draw. You know what I mean? At worst, it could have possibly been a
It was
draw
like
for me.
6-6,
I like
7-5.
I was like, yeah, I thought like it they might call this a draw because it was a good fight. But then when they went with Haney, I'm like, what the fuck? And then it was a 3-0 unanimous decision, Haney.
Yeah.
And then one of the judges scored it 116, 112.
Mhm.
Haney, I'm like, yo, This judge, that judge needs to be investigated first of all, because that shit don't make no sense. I don't know what fucking fight he was watching, but 116, 112, there's something wrong with that.
That's
bro.
boxing because Haney got the belt. So if it's close to a draw, they just go give it to him anyway because he got the belt.
I feel like honestly, it's definitely political, and they figured it would a 24-year-old undisputed champion is worth more than a 35-year-old undisputed champion, because Loma only got he's coming to the end no matter what, no matter how you really look at it. He's coming to the end.
Well, he just came back because he was off because he was in the war for a while.
He was fighting for
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think he came back and fought Lopez real quick and
I thought
lost.
this was the first fight. This wasn't the first
Was
fight?
this his first fight back?
I think they said that was his first fight.
Was it?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
shout out to
alright.
him for that. That's
Yeah,
ill.
shout out to
Like,
him.
fighting in the war and coming back to box, that's ill.
So I got a question. So I don't really watch boxing, right? But do you get more points for like harder hits?
No. It's all about connecting. What punches you, the scores kept by
Like connection. Like if you're the aggressor in the fight, you get points for that as well.
Because
knockdowns count.
he was
Knockdown.
fucking his midsection up like bad. Like
Yeah,
he
Haney was hitting
killing him.
with them body shots.
Yeah, he was killing him on the body shots. Like, because I'm watching a fight and I'm like, damn, it's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? It was like pretty even to me for the most part. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, Haney's kind of killing him on the body shots. But then as that shit like got to the later rounds, I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
yo, he might lose this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, he definitely might lose this fight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
cause Lomo was just tagging him like
yeah,
bang,
word.
bang, bang, bang,
Haney-
face
Haney
shots.
was
I'm
losing
just like,
steam,
damn.
man.
You know what I'm saying? And
I
then
think what swayed it was when we were that 12th round when we were watching the last round.
Yeah.
And Haney, like, he kind of came through in the last round and kind of redeemed himself.
yeah. But I still don't even really think, I don't feel like he won that round either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like
I don't think he did.
he fought better in that last round, but like that 8 through like 7, 8 through 12, like
Yeah, definitely Loma.
Lomo started.
Definitely,
I would go with
Fucking
Loma
him up.
won at least. I would give him at least 7 rounds,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I'm saying? I would give him at least
So I
7
would've scored
rounds.
it.
I don't
7
know how
rounds,
other,
5,
and then
7-5.
once I started watching other boxers speak on it and other commentators that are pretty good boxing analysts,
Yeah.
when everybody so far has been like, yo, Loma won that fight.
Yeah,
Loma won that fight.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that kind of started for me, kind of more validating that I was like, yeah, I think Loma might have got robbed a little bit. Not like highway robbery. It
Yeah.
wasn't like Loma whooped him out because he didn't. It was a good fight. But I think he won the fight. It was one of those things where like Triple G and Canelo won. You know what I'm saying? The first fight.
Yep.
You know what I mean? No, the first fight was a draw, or did they go
I
with?
think it was a
It was a draw.
it was
The
a
first
draw.
fight was a draw.
They had 3 total,
And there was a
right?
lot of
Mhm.
people, there was a lot of people saying that Triple G won the first fight. Then the second one, they gave it to Canelo.
Mhm.
And the second one was the one where, the second one was the one where it was like, yo, that was a good fight.
Mhm.
That was a good fight. It could have went either way. But for me, I was just happy that I was able to see a good fight in boxing, bro.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? 2 great boxers came together and put on a show.
Right.
It's unfortunate that there's a lot of politics in boxing, bro. That's really what it boils down
It's one
to.
of the
bro.
most corrupt sports. It's been
Yeah,
like that
bro.
for years,
It's
man.
too much politics, bro. Like a 24-year-old undisputed champion is gonna generate more money than a 35-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And we all know, well, at least my opinion, Shakur's coming through and taking them belts regardless if it was
Yeah,
Loma that
facts.
got him or Haney that got him. Shakur's coming through taking them belts, bro.
Cole was looking at him in the ring after that fight like, pussy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
Shout
little
out
picture
to-
they was posted online.
Yeah, shout out to
Shakur was like,
Shakur. I was
eat
about to
this
say
shit.
that. He was
Like,
looking at him
pause.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
those
Think
are my
soft.
belts.
I don't know about my man Tank though. Tank will whip that ass.
Shakur? No. You wildin'.
I don't think so.
I think Tank will knock him out, bro.
I
Hell
don't
no.
think so.
But yo,
I think after watching this fight,
Tank is what 29-0, 27 knockouts. Come on, man.
yeah, I mean, after watching this fight, I'll
Tank
be
is laying
real.
motherfuckers down, bro.
I thought Haney had a better shot with Tank than what he really has. After watching this fight, I'm
Nah.
not so confident with Haney.
Haney only got like 15 knockouts out of 30 wins.
Mhm.
I think Shakur is just his skill set is
Different.
different, bro. Like
different.
It's different than
It's
than-
different.
Like Tank, obviously Tank got the power that if he hits anything clean, he's gonna damage you or knock. But Shakur's skill set, everything he does is crispy. I ain't never seen him look off ever.
All right.
Like, Shakur's younger than all of them.
So he's a new Mayweather?
No,
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
until
Yes.
Javante
Yeah.
punched him in his
Yeah.
shit and he's like this.
Yeah.
Bro, yo, listen, Chops. I'm telling you right now, right? Go and watch some highlights of Shakur,
Yeah.
and you're gonna come back and say, "Yo, he's
Son's
definitely
crispy,
like the new
son.
Mayweather."
No, he's
Crispy.
fast like him.
He is,
He's
yo,
fast
bro.
just like him.
Bro, you should have seen what he did to Vargas, yo. That shit was it Vargas? Yeah, Vargas, bro.
Yeah.
Well, remember the two Spanish dudes that were beefing the fight before, and
Yeah.
they was fighting.
Yeah.
The Mexican dude,
Yeah.
he's nice, bro.
Yeah.
He's nice.
Yeah.
Shakur went up in there and made him look like an amateur, and he was undefeated before he got to Shakur, bro.
Mm.
And I'm talking about when you watch the fight, you're gonna be like, "Yo, this is crazy." As long as you know the skill that Vargas really has, it made me put Shakur at another level, bro.
Was that his last fight? Was that Shakur's last fight? Because I know the last fight.
No.
Shakur
It was
had-
some Asian dude's last fight. He beat the shit
Yeah, I
out
know
of
the
him.
ref just stopped it. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
that was-
fam,
that was-
cut
that
this
The
off.
Asian dude should have
fact.
just gave up.
Yeah,
yo.
gave up.
Yeah.
Well, not gave up, but like they should have stopped that fight.
Yeah,
man.
word.
Kind of like the motherfucking how like the Celtics gave up just now in the motherfucking that game.
I
whatever,
don't
like
want to know what
that
the
shit was
score is,
crazy,
but,
bro.
but the way Chops' face looked like when he looked at the phone, it can't be good.
Yo, bro, because they came out strong, and then that shit, went back and checked the score again. And that shit was just bad, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, no bullshit. I haven't felt this embarrassed since like the 90s, bro. Like early 2000s, bro.
Yeah, right after Bird and
Like,
McKellen and all them left. We
yeah,
was
bro,
Those
trash for
Antoine Walker
years.
days.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, like,
Yeah.
you know, like, yo, bro, that shit was sad, yo. It's like, yo, they had no heart. Like, that shit just was sad.
They
bro.
give up too quick.
Yo, mad disappointed, bro. Like, niggas like you, like, yo, you getting pushed around, you getting bullied, and all you keep doing is crying. Like, where's the foul? Like, bitch, go play, nigga.
Play ball, yo.
Like,
Especially
dog,
when
like,
you
how
do-
many fucking calls are you gonna cry for,
yeah.
nigga? Play ball, dog.
Yeah,
Play
word.
ball,
Like,
bro.
damn,
Word.
nigga.
Getting
That's it.
paid millions of dollars to give up like a bitch on the court. This
It's
is
hoops.
crazy, bro.
Wicked,
And then the
dog.
It's
coach
kind
is
of like part of the
definitely
game
wicked.
now. That's the problem, though. They be out there looking for them calls. That's how they.
But Jimmy Butler's like old school. Like he
Technique.
hoops. You know what I'm saying? And the coach is
That's
just
Jordan's son, yo. That's
Yeah,
Jordan's
I
son.
that
tell
is
everybody
Jordan's
that
son.
is Jordan's son, fam.
I heard the
Oh,
I demand
backstory.
the DNA test.
After hearing that backstory, I'm like,
Yo,
yeah.
matter of fact, I need to know the score. What is the score? Can somebody please check the score?
I don't want to know. I'm gonna block my ears.
Somebody don't even piece of la 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 la. I don't even want to know right now.
No.
Yo, somebody in the
No.
comments tell us the score. I need the goddamn score, please.
Yeah, please.
They too busy watching that bullshit.
Oh
They
shit!
don't
No,
know.
don't do that.
37-34, Celtics up.
Okay.
Oh
Let's
shit!
go. Let's go.
All
Let's
right,
go.
let's go.
Let's go.
Hey.
Let's go. Hopefully we keep
Keep
you
hope
know,
alive.
Keep hope alive. All
Keep
right.
hope alive. Yo, no bullshit though. Like if they get that fire in them, they have the skill to win 4 in a row, but they gotta
They don't
gotta
have
play.
that dog Chops.
That's what I'm saying. They gotta play like a dog though.
Yeah.
Like
That
they
mental.
have it.
Got that
They
shit in 'em.
we seen it. We seen it throughout the season. We seen it throughout the playoffs. I just don't know what happened. What's going on with the Heat? It's like they took their heart. And honestly, like when the playoffs started, before the playoffs started, I said, "Yo, I'm not worried about Milwaukee. I'm not worried about Philly. The only team I'm worried about is the Heat." And niggas thought I was bugging.
No, we always had problems with them though.
Yo, I'm telling you,
we
bro.
always had
I'm
problems with
telling
them.
you,
I
bro.
tell everybody that. I said I'd rather face Milwaukee than them. I've been said that the same thing.
Yep.
That
Playoff
ass.
Jimmy
And
is
then
real.
you pissed off buckets, bro. It's over.
Jimmy Buckets. Yeah, he's real. He's
over.
real. He's a real
It's
guy.
I haven't even watched one game of that shit.
He's a
It's
real
over.
guy.
But fuck that
You
shit,
ain't really
man.
a basketball guy anyway.
We-
I used to be.
Yeah.
No, I used to be.
Yeah.
I'm not anymore. Like I used
Yeah.
to be, but at this point in my life, I got too much shit going on,
No,
so
I
I
feel
just
you.
don't really.
You gonna, yeah.
Sports don't do it for me like that. You know what I mean? Once boxing, a good boxing fight,
mhm,
and it got to be something like we just watched with Haney and Loma
Right.
or Davis. Even though I
Davis.
knew Davis and Garcia was
Yeah, that was
hype, but like
Mhm.
I'll watch them. But like other than that, bro, I really don't get. Like sports for a lot of us is like peaceful. It's solace. It takes us away from
that's
the
what it is for
everyday
me.
bullshit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it used to do that for me, but at this point in my life, I just got so much shit going on. Like it doesn't do that for me right now. So I don't watch it or nothing, bro. I'm not invested in it anymore.
Well, apparently sports don't do it for Ja either. 'Cause
Yeah,
this
word.
nigga's on his way up
This
to
nigga
fucking
on-
NBA.
Hold on.
Basketball doesn't
Hold
do
on. Yo, who put this bullshit up on
Yeah,
there?
Who put this fucking
Ja
bullshit?
Morant.
Yo, I don't even know why that shit stand,
Right,
nigga. Yo, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing with this shit? I'm just trying to figure this shit out, bro.
Oh, so y'all trying to reenact? I bet.
Oh, niggas is playing nights right now?
So you trying to
That's
play
what we
me
doing?
right now. All
Oh,
right.
all right. Why niggas want to
Nah,
imitate
no funny
me?
shit though. I don't even know how I'm supposed to segue onto that shit.
Straight up. Fucking nigga.
Y'all put that. Who the fuck put that up there? But go ahead, since it's up there.
No.
Nah, real shit. Oh boy, young boy wildin', man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think the best quote I seen, I don't know if you put it up, but it was like, motherfuckers is trying to get out the hood
he's
into the
yeah,
NBA.
trying to make
and
it
he
out the
trying to make
NBA.
it out the NBA back to the hood.
Mhm.
Like, I've never, I don't think that I've seen somebody self-destruct like that in that way,
Right.
probably since Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, bro.
Word.
Yeah,
Real
bro.
shit. Like,
Mhm.
you're on your way
Yeah.
to fucking up your entire life.
Mhm.
AI was kind of on his way, but the NBA cut that shit fast.
I don't even know.
AI
So
was-
I think
Nah.
No,
uh,
AI had the album cover with the
But here's the
with the
thing.
ratchets
But here's
and
the
cover
thing.
the album. Or the NBA was like, get rid of
but
that album.
Allen Iverson was just
He was smart,
he was rapping. He wasn't toting guns. He was just rapping. Like he already went through his life fuck up thing when he got in a fight in
Fight
the
at the
bowling
bowling
alley.
alley.
He
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
after that.
And he did time.
He was just doing
And
he was
AI
locked up.
he was
He was just
locked up.
doing hood.
Mhm.
He was
And
just
he's
rapping.
really from the hood though.
Yeah.
Like he's really, from
is.
the hood.
From
So
Newport
like
News. It get crazy down there.
his circumstances and his factors in his life where you can kind of understand why some of his behaviors.
Mhm.
With Ja, we're
You know-
just looking at him like, Clarence, what the fuck are you doing, yo?
No bullshit.
Word.
And just to hear his story, because a lot of scouters was passing him up, bro.
Yeah.
They was overlooking him for other players. Some dude just happened to walk in looking. He was coming in to scout somebody else and seen him playing in the gym, and that's how he got picked up.
Yeah.
Bro, he's a phenomenal ball player.
He is,
from what
though. He's
the
exciting, bro.
highlights
He's
and the things that I
exciting.
see, like he's phenomenal, bro. From what I see, I don't follow it like that.
Very
from the
exciting.
thing.
But even his homeboy, like when they watched the video, his homeboy was like, "Oh, you see how fast he tucked that
Oh.
phone?" He was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, because you knew
Yeah,
this
you
shit
know
was
you
bad
had
for
the
his
gun.
image.
Like, what are you doing? Like,
So I seen a lot of people saying like, yo, well, he ain't really break no laws and
Mhm.
all that, right? You got to understand that there's a code of conduct for the NBA, right?
Right.
Facts.
So they have little clause called menacing, right? So first off, like you already got in trouble. You served an 8-game suspension for playing with a pistol in a strip club. You went to therapy. You got suspended. He lost like a few mil off that suspension because I think he gets paid. I forget what it. He gets $540,000 per game,
right?
right? So he got suspended for 8 games. You know what I'm saying? So that's over. That's over
Oh yeah.
4 mil right there, right?
Mhm.
So then you go to therapy, you make a public apology, you say that, I found better ways to cope with my stress and all that shit. So you played the, the mental health card and everything, which is the best thing for you to do, the smartest
Yep.
thing for you to do, right? And then not even 2 months later, you do the same exact thing in a car, bro. And just so motherfuckers understand, he got suspended on March 3rd. He signed a contract with Powerade to be the face of Powerade
Mhm.
on March 1st. 2 days after his contract.
Right.
Like they had like a whole rollout for him for ads. They was gonna spend like 10 mil a year on him, like just for ads throughout the season. So you just threw all that away. You fucked up your All NBA, which would
Would've
have
got
brought
you-
him in like I think like somewhere like around 30 extra mil or
Yeah,
something.
and it would have gave him the ability to get a
Supermax.
Yep.
which is like I think it was 200 and like 200 close to 240 mil.
Mhm.
Right.
So like you fucked all that shit up. Like
Nike dropped him too.
they didn't drop him
I
yet.
thought they dropped him today.
They got him on
Oh, they
hold.
dropped him today?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't
Oh, I
see
didn't
that.
see it.
Yeah,
I,
I think
thought- I heard that they
Yeah.
dropped him, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
Like
did
I knew
hear
they
somebody say
took
they
his sneakers.
dropped
They
him.
took his sneakers off the
They-
off
off
the
the shelves?
Off the
website,
website,
and,
yeah.
and all that. But I didn't know. As far as I knew, they didn't officially drop him.
Mhm.
But if they dropped him today,
Yeah.
like, I mean,
And
shit,
my point,
bro.
yeah, that was my point, Chops. You kind of touched on it. Was the NBA is a private business,
Organization,
like
bro.
so it don't matter. Like this Diamond Throne podcast, if we all signed the clause that said, "Yo, you can't get
Can't do
drunk
it.
or some shit," and I show up wasted talking crazy,
Clip that.
you feel me? Right? And then they like, "Yo, X, you're suspended for 4 podcasts." It's like, "Yo, I didn't break no laws. That shit don't matter."
Right, it's legal to drink.
Yeah, I mean, it
No
don't matter.
bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause-
That's kind of what people are doing,
Yeah.
bro. Like you said, it's like That's like the argument they're making.
Yeah.
He didn't break a law. Yeah, but he fucking broke the rules and regulations of his contract.
You sign your
bro.
contract.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when you see people trying to, LeBron was holding a gun, or what's old boy
Draymond.
Draymond was holding a gun,
Yeah.
or they found that other white dude that nobody fucking knows about. None of us knew he was an NBA player until y'all posted it on the
Chris
internet.
Kaman, yeah,
Then nobody
Chris
know about this
Chris
motherfucker.
Kaman, nobody
right?
gives a
And
fuck
nobody know
about
about him. And like, oh, it's different. What's the difference? The difference is Ja is threatening people. Ja's assaulting people. Ja's pulling guns on people. Ja's irresponsibly using a gun. He's pulling it out in public places where he shouldn't be pulling it out.
Waving
in
it around.
strip clubs.
Waving around.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you can't be pulling shit out in strip clubs like that.
Can't be in the booty
you
club,
can't
all
be
that
clapping
booty around
strippers,
playing with
bro.
your pistol.
Nah, yeah. Word.
Yo.
Like, you clapping strippers, bro. They trying to clap for you. Fuck you doing, bro. You can't do that
That's a
shit.
fact.
Wait, let me ask
You trying
y'all
to clap the
question.
wrong shit.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think he's trying to prove anything? Like, why do
Yeah.
y'all think he's like
Yeah.
doing this?
Yeah. I think that he is trying to put on an image to the world and portray to be a gangster. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely 100% believe that. I don't care what anybody says. I know the gangster behavior when I see it because I grew up in that shit. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with his skin color or stereotyping him or nothing. I grew up around white dudes that behaved like that, black dudes, Spanish dudes, Asian dudes. You know what I mean? I've been around plenty of people that displayed that kind of behavior. I know gangster behavior when I see it. I know the image he's trying to put out to the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like, you're not assaulting people, threatening people, pulling guns on people. You know what I mean? You're riding around in the whip with your mans with the gun out. That's wild, irresponsible too. You let the shit go off and shoot your mans. Now you got a fucking homicide case or reckless whatever case. You just, come on, and we know the image you're trying to portray to the world. This is what it is. You know?
See, to me, I don't know if he's necessarily trying to have a gangster image. I think
Or
he's
street,
just
maybe?
I think he's just
Influence.
young. Nah, he's young and reckless.
Oh, he is young
doesn't.
and reckless.
He just don't understand the severity because it's not like he's like acting tough on camera. He be looking mad goofy. He be smiling and shit all in the camera with the guns. Like it's like, dog, like what the fuck are you doing, bro?
You can't
he be
smile
like
with
this.
a gun.
Like,
Can't
nigga,
smile
like,
with
what
the gun.
Like what are you doing,
Because there was
bro?
another.
But that's that generation, though.
Yeah, but even that though.
That whole generation act like that with pistols online. They've been doing the goofy shit. You know how many videos you can find on Instagram right now with some kid dancing with a gun,
Yeah,
acting stupid?
but I think
you know what I mean?
there's some kids that in the NBA from that generation that actually have street ties that don't do that. Like you said, there's certain things. Like even the picture of him standing on the fucking car, he's in the middle of the hood. I don't know what hood he's in, standing on the top of the
It ain't
truck
the
with
one he's from.
the joint. It's like, dog, nobody does that in the hood. Like we don't do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like that's that shit like that dumbass social media culture shit. Like, yo, it's cool. Like this is cool. This is cool. Like,
Right.
nah, it's not. Like there's real niggas out here that's going through real drama, real beef, lost real friends,
Trying to
real
get out
brothers,
right.
real
100%.
kids. You know what I'm saying?
Talk
Like,
that shit.
and you're out here, you're out here playing with it. Here you are, you got a golden ticket to take fucking mad people out your hood. You know what I'm saying? Like you can literally influence thousands and millions of people. Not saying spend your money, but you can influence them in a different way. You can take that bread and build schools and compounds or whatever the fuck it is that you want to do
Like
to have a
LeBron did.
positive impact. But instead, you want to throw the money away and fucking and do dumb shit. That shit just doesn't make sense. Trying to be somebody that you're really not.
Yeah.
That shit's
Right.
wild to me.
I will say this, bro. Hold on, Spike. Let me just say this real quick. You brought up a good point about him being young, and I made a post about that. Okay, understanding why he may be demonstrating some of these behaviors is one thing, and then justifying them is another thing. Not that you did that. I'm just saying because I've seen other people trying to justify his behaviors, but he is young, and being young, you're easily influenced, Joe. So let's not forget that.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So what he does deserve is empathy, understanding, and forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? He does deserve that, as everybody else does too, yo. When you're young, you're naive, and you make bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, he deserves, as much as he deserves to be held accountable, he does deserve that empathy, you know what I'm saying, and forgiveness, bro. He's not killing nobody, but He needs to be held accountable so he understands that you're making the wrong decisions, you're making mistakes, and you need not repeat these shits. You know what I'm saying? My problem was the people that were justifying what he was doing. When you stop putting posts up there trying to say, well, look at LeBron, or look at this one, or look at this one, and then you trying to justify what he's doing, or what JJ Redick did, and try to spin the narrative, oh, the NBA this, but you got politicians taking pictures with guns and it's mass shootings. First of all, taking a picture as a legal gun owner with a gun and making a family car, all you're essentially saying is, I'm pro Second Amendment, yo. That's all you're doing. You're not doing anything wrong.
Legal gun owner.
You're not doing anything wrong. So let's clear that up right now. You know, so for people that were making that argument, like JJ Redick, bro, you made this, you overcomplicated this way more than what it was. You were trying to bring up points that made no sense at all. You know what I'm saying? The point is this, is that he did wrong. He can be held accountable, but he's young. We need to understand that and empathize with it. Give him some understanding and some forgiveness, and hopefully he changes what he's doing. But don't compare it to these people because it's not the same thing, dog. It's not.
I'm gonna tell you what it needs.
Need
Boy
an
need his ass whooped. That's what he need.
Need an ass
Boy
whooping.
need his
Where's
ass
daddy
whooped. Daddy need to whoop his ass. Somebody else's daddy need to whoop his ass. He need his ass whooped. Straight up.
And for the record, his mom, if y'all like, you know, like the assault where he went to finish line or something and ran down on the employee, his mother called him like, why are you calling your son who's an NBA superstar to come through with his mans and check? Like, you can't be doing that. And then she called him for the other incident with the volleyball and the sister. She called him again too. So like, his mom is definitely like she's I don't want to say bad influence, but like she's part of the problem too. And there's definitely people in his circle that got to be part of his part
Shit
of the
like
problem
that,
too.
he should have like security and other people
ain't saying
for
nothing,
him, man. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. He might be. And another thing I thought, he might be going through something. Like he might have been ran up on a few times and feels threatened for his life. But even so, being high security, bro.
I honestly think he just feel like he got something to prove. Like he thinks that he needs to put this image out there that he's tough or something like that, instead of just understanding that you'll be just as respected as the person that you think gets the respect for being tough as the person that, you know, stayed with a good head on his shoulders, made it to the NBA and is a great role model and says, yo, look, you know what I mean? I didn't, like, kind of like Barbette, right? Barbette says, he's very transparent. Yo, I'm not from the streets. I don't know nothing about that. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm like that. And he gets a level of respect because we know he knows who he is. He's comfortable with who he is. And it's like, all right, cool. You can respect that because every time he opens his mouth, he's being genuine. Like, I think Ja just doesn't realize that you'll get more respect being who you truly are and being true to yourself than trying to be something that you're not, bro.
And just for Barbette, just make sure that you don't whoop no kids around.
Whoop no kids.
Don't whoop no kids.
Don't whoop no kids.
Whoop
You know
them
what I'm saying?
kids.
Man,
Don't
but hey,
whoop, no,
whoop
don't
them
hit
kids.
children.
Yeah, and speaking of
Ja
whooping on,
Morant's not a child. Beat his ass though.
I like that energy.
I like that, Barbette.
energy.
There you go.
I like that. But speaking of whooping on people, you know what I'm saying?
Whoop them.
I don't know if y'all out there in the social media world, y'all seen this man in China manhandle this little kid. He probably looked like he was like 3, maybe 3 years old.
He was a toddler. He threw that little boy.
Yeah,
man.
like I'm listen. I got daughters. I'm a overprotective father in some aspects. You know what I'm saying? But that shit was totally out of hand. Like I don't think I've ever seen those. The only other, like, the video that probably compared. I don't know if you've seen the other dude that took the kid and threw him in front of the train. Y'all seen that video? Yeah, that shit was wicked.
Nah,
but
that's wicked.
yeah, but
I didn't see that.
Yo, but nah, and so just to give a background on they was at like a funzie or some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's standing there with his daughter. I guess the little boy in the video, you see him, he comes over and he like knocked the man's daughter over, who's also like 2 or 3 years old.
Right.
And like he literally like kicked him,
First.
right?
That was
He
crazy.
kicked him first, right? So then the kid came back like he wanted
The
to
kid
smoke.
had mad heart.
Yeah,
though.
he had mad hot. Like he's like, nah, you ain't just gonna be putting feet on me. So he
Tried to
came
swing on him.
back, right? So then he threw him again, right? So then the
Ready
kid
to
got
go.
up again
Came
and he
at him.
literally picked him up in the air and threw him like probably like 8 feet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Little kid still got back up though.
no, he did, and then you see the moms run over. Like, but it was crazy because even when the moms came over, she was like, yo. You throw my kid like that, and I'm gonna yell at you.
Hands to face.
Hands to face,
That's
hands, feet,
crazy.
elbows,
To
everything,
face.
bro. Like, what's up?
Probably would have got kicked too.
Hey.
That guy's unhinged.
Listen.
Hey, he's
That's
definitely
an ass whooping
unhinged,
you got to
so-
take. That's an ass whooping you got to
I
My
take.
ain't gonna
bad.
hold you though. I'm
Not
hesitant.
throw my
I'm-
kid across no damn
My
play
bad. I
lane in
would have
front of me.
unhinged his jaw. You heard? I would have
Listen,
unhinged his jaw.
I don't know if this is racist, but I'm hesitant with Asians.
Why, nice? We want to know.
I'm not even gonna hold you.
We want to
He
know.
might
Please
Bruce-
expound.
he
Please
might Bruce Lee
explain.
the fuck about
He
you. Bro.
might know
Like, yo,
some-
listen, I ain't trying to get beat up in front of my kid, though. Like, yo, little man, we just gonna take this. Yo, I told you stop playing with them kids like that.
Yeah. motherfucker come up and who was the comedian that said that shit? He said, yo, you go up and go fight a motherfucker.
Kevin Hart.
And he starts stretching his
That's
shit.
it.
Yeah, he said, I'm out.
He said,
Right.
Yeah. When they
Yo.
Kevin Hart
you know
said,
it's all,
anybody that
it's
does
all
that-
shit. You know you done fucked up,
My
right?
daughter's in Taekwondo, right? And I be looking at her instructor dude, and I be picturing like outside of his whatever you call this
Gi.
shit,
The
the
gi.
gi, yeah. And I'd be like, if I saw him in like Walmart, he just looked like goofy dude. Like he got legit like a mushroom cut, bro. I'm like, he just looked
Alright, now
mad
those
like
be the
goofy.
worst.
He looked
Yo.
mad, but in
Those
my
be the
head, I'm
worst.
like, and that's why I be saying, I'm like, see, this is why you can never sleep on them Asians, bro.
Yeah.
Like they be, you might think, oh, he just look like a little goofy motherfucker. Yeah,
Mushroom
all
cut,
right.
mushroom
Bro,
cut to me
you gotta
says,
think about it.
Sensei.
He start look, you start saying something to him, yeah.
Like, you gotta think about it. Like, real rap.
Facts.
Bruce Lee was 5'8", 135 pounds.
Yeah.
They
So if you
awful.
just see him walking around with a hoodie on, and stuff,
Right.
like, look at this little hit, kick
Yeah.
your fucking jaw across the
As soon
street.
as Bruce Lee give me that look, I'm there. Listen,
I'm
you
out.
got it, bro.
You got it, bro.
Man.
Like, said,
Yo.
Yeah,
You gonna
got
bump
it.
into him. You say, hey, yo, my man, what's your problem? He like water. Oh, nah, we good. We good.
I'm out.
We good. I ain't
out.
never heard no shit like that.
I'm out.
We
Yeah,
good.
word. That was, Chops, that was Kevin Hart that said that. He was like, he said he took the dude's parking spot.
said
nigga.
be like water.
Be like, water.
Right,
Be
you
like
know,
water, my
you know,
friend.
hey,
Be
yo,
like water.
You know,
That's my favorite shit from Bruce, though. I love that.
Nah,
Nah,
one
no
man,
bullshit.
Kevin Hart says, dude slapped his thighs. He took the dude's parking spot. He said, anybody that slapped their thighs before a fight is an assassin,
I'm trying
nigga.
to tell you.
I don't want no smoke.
No
Word.
smoke.
Word,
No
son. But
smoke.
nah,
I don't know
yo,
what you call that shit.
throwing kids at the playground is crazy, dog. Like,
It's
that-
wild,
That's
man.
wild. Like,
That video infuriated me. I'm just gonna say that, bro.
Word.
That's
Yeah,
all
it
I
did-
got.
it
That
pissed me
video
off, too.
infuriated
First
me.
thing I said when I seen it, I said, yo, his teeth would be on the ground if that was my kid. Would have been no
yeah.
talking, no nothing.
yeah, we're not talking.
He would have just felt this hand go right across his jaw.
But I bet you would define that as child abuse.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we'll just make
If
sure.
it's an adult hitting a child,
At any time, at any moment.
at any moment,
All right. We get it.
unless the child is armed with a lethal weapon.
The
fuck, Bob, man?
You gotta be armed.
Gotta add mad shit to it. It's
Yeah.
gotta have an AK-47 with a scope.
Yo,
Yo, we only gotta worry about children like that in the Middle East, fam.
Kids now for school shooters. That's a
Yeah.
plausible thing now. Unfortunately,
It is.
It's a plausible thing. That's what I'm saying. Unless the kid has something lethal, like a knife or a gun in their hands, there's no reason
My son.
why you, as a grown person, should be.
Nah, he threw that kid like.
Kid can't do anything to you.
Nah, not that young. That shit was crazy.
Kid
Nah,
was
that kid was
harmless,
3.
man.
He threw
That
that
shit
kid
was
across
Just being a
the
little
room,
boy
for
pushing a
real.
little girl, doing what little kids do when they play together
No,
in
I'm
certain
saying-
areas, man. Like,
I understand if you like.
All right, Barbad, we get
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
We're
Like,
not
yo,
gonna get into this.
Like
show.
I see,
I'm
I
about
can
to
see
get
if
triggered
like
again.
the kid was like, like 8 or something, and he was like manhandling your daughter, so you give him a little.
Yeah, look, yeah.
little kick, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Ain't gotta
8
be
years
nothing too
old?
crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's just a
Little
little
trip.
tap, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, 8 years old, I'm snatching you up. Yo, you wildin'.
Yo.
Come on, you wildin'.
Keep your hands off my
He said,
daughter.
Wow.
Chop, you can give him one of those
Yo,
little,
keep your hand off my
little
daughter.
slag sweep.
8
Yeah,
years
you know what I'm
old.
saying?
Yeah, nah.
8 years old, I'm definitely, if the parent ain't around or if it calls, I'm definitely snatching an 8-year-old up and being like, yo, whose kid is
whose
this?
kid
yo?
is this? Yeah, facts.
He
I've
said
done it. I actually done that though. That little
That's mad funny.
back in the day when my
Whose
oldest
kid
was
is
young, that
this?
little play area,
lying.
that little play
Oh,
area in the
man.
mall. Yo, I had to hem some kids up before because they was trying to jump my daughter,
That's wild, bro.
and I had to hold them until their mother came out the store. I'm like, yo, y'all staying right here until your
Trying to
parents
teach
come
them a
walk up on
lesson.
y'all. Y'all wilding the fuck out with no parent.
You know what's ill about something like that though?
Mm-hmm.
Because like if the mother come over, she might understand, right?
She did
But if the dad come over,
Oh yeah, it's different. It's up.
you got a problem.
for him, not for me.
Understand? If your kid was the aggressor and you came in and saw somebody holding your kid saying like, "Yo, your kid's wild."
Depends on how they're holding them.
I was to say it depends on how they holding him, and it depends on how he delivers the message.
Right.
And it
Because-
would depend on if I know my kid is
yo,
capable of
boom.
some shit
I'm
like
glad you
that.
said it
yo.
now, 'cause I was about to say.
Like I might be like,
if I know my kids on
probably
some
did
punk
do that
shit, yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it depends on the hold. Like, if he just got like their hands and he just hold like, then and he's like, yo, like you said, delivers it right, then yeah. But if he like got my kid yoked up and then like, nah,
Be like, yo,
man,
this little motherfucker.
this little
Yeah,
All right, bro.
yeah, I
Alright.
feel you.
all right,
Because that's definitely going
Like,
to
yo,
dictate
my-
a lot too.
My bag. Hey, what you? Bloop, 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 bloop.
Right.
get mixed up real quick, man.
She got it from
But
a
what
daddy.
happens though if you get your
Fuck it.
ass whooped in front of your kid? How do you explain that to your kid? After,
Listen,
though?
You can't. You are now a
What do you
bitch
say,
in your
though, for
kid's
real?
eyes for the rest of your life.
What do you say though? What do you say?
Listen.
Daddy, what happened? What do you say?
It'll never be the same again.
Yeah,
Not me. I'm
word.
lying like a motherfucker. I'm like, you didn't see how I slipped. I slipped.
Straight up. He had them brass knuckles.
Yeah.
He young. You could convince him of anything.
Yo,
You
straight
really
up.
didn't see the banana peel there? I slipped. You didn't see it? I know you saw it. He's like, I might have saw it. Nah, it was right there. You saw it. Yeah.
That shit only gonna
Alright.
last until they get older and they rethink that whole shit. Like,
It's all right.
Oh, my dad got
yo,
fucked
motherfucker got
up.
fucked up. Yo.
Word.
Word. That's how it's gonna happen.
That's when you have a conversation with him later. Like, look, son, you can't win them all.
Yeah.
See, the key is you just gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose,
It's
or
all about
draw.
heart.
You gotta show courage.
Yo,
Right?
not the key
That's it.
is
That's
you
the only
just
thing that
gotta
matters.
You gotta show heart. That's all that matters. As long as you
That's
show
it.
heart out there.
Can't go out like no bitch. See, I got my ass whooped, but I ain't go out like no bitch. At least I can stay. See, at least I can still walk around with my head tall.
Right. You see how we
defending
walked
y'all.
out of there?
Straight up.
You see how he walked out of there? Word. That's funny as shit.
Yeah, teach him a lesson,
That's
man.
mad
Fuck it,
funny.
man.
Motherfucker,
Speaking of
Motherfucker,
teach a
he'd
lesson,
be like, go
Pop ain't no
clean. He'd
quitter.
be like, go clean your room. He'd be like, shut up before I tell that motherfucker at the mall that whooped you.
Exactly.
Yeah, word.
Exactly.
Well,
That's what happened.
the comedian had a joke like that. Where he said his pops got his ass. We said, "Yo, don't make me call Steve."
Kevin Hart.
It was Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kevin Hart. He was like, "Don't make me call
Yeah.
Steve." Yeah, that shit funny as hell.
Well,
man.
Pete, teach him a lesson, man. Give him a
you know.
word, man.
PZ's word of the day. Speaking of PZ's word of the day. Boom, boom, boom. I do my drops manually.
I do my jobs manually.
Speaking of wrongdoing, word of the day is malfeasance. Noun,
Malfeasance.
meaning wrongdoing, especially by a public official. The origin is late 17th century from the Anglo-Norman French and Old French. That's where it comes from.
I thought you were gonna say some more shit.
I thought there was more. I thought there was more. He said that's where it comes from. Okay.
That's all you need to know.
All
Look
right.
it up.
All right.
Yo, PZ's word of the day, all right? And I'm putting the sentence. At my wedding a few weeks ago, this past weekend, during my wife's bouquet toss, my oldest daughter, my love, trampled over two people in a malfeasance to grab the bouquet. P.S. I'm not paying for that fucking wedding.
Damn.
Malfeasance.
Hey,
PZ's word of the day.
P, I
Nah,
see
she really
that
went to the
shit.
hospital though.
No, I could show you the message. You know Michelle. Yo, she inboxed me. I was in ER till 4 a.m. She had a split toe.
That's just crazy.
You know, everybody had heels on and shit.
Nah, she wasn't fucking around.
She
No
was not-
bullshit. She like, yo, she cleared shit out to grab that motherfucking bouquet and
Yeah.
walked around. But afterwards, like, yeah, motherfucker.
I got the picture.
this
She had a
bitch.
big ass smile on her face.
No, no
like,
bullshit.
So I got this.
She came over. She said, "Daddy, I was a little aggressive." I was like, "I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself."
Word. Fuck around, clear you out.
Yo,
Nah, I
her boyfriend
was
was saying, her
like,
boyfriend
yo,
was like,
I'm like, poor Jordan, man.
I'm
He's a
in
good
trouble.
kid too,
He's like,
man.
yo, I'm in trouble.
Good kid, man.
That
But,
was
you
a
know,
wild
that's
one,
the word
man.
of the day, malfeasance, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, let's move on. Well, it's hard to really segue into this, but fuck all that. We don't even got to really segue into the shit. Let's dispel a bullshit ass myth
Yeah, we on the come up.
that's been going on for a while. Yo,
We on the
for
come
real.
up, goddammit.
Yeah. So talk about it, Chopper. Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? Nah. So Oprah,
Yeah,
y'all paying
Oprah.
attention to shit? Oprah said that black single fathers is on the rise.
Yeah.
No, dispel the myth.
Yeah. It said there's a myth. There's the myth that black single fathers aren't taking care of their home and
As active.
and aren't active fathers. Isn't true, and
Yep.
that actually black single fathers are actually more
No, not black single fathers, just black fathers in general. I think.
Oh, black father. Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
think it was
My
just black fathers.
No,
and
it was just
black-
You saying black fathers
Just
Yes.
black
Yeah,
fathers
black
in general.
fathers in general.
I think it was black fathers
No,
in
that's how she
general.
said
As
it.
far as
Yeah.
as far as I know,
Yeah.
I
She
think
said,
it's
that's how
black
she
fathers
said it.
in
They're
general.
more active is doing homework, shit like that.
Yeah.
Mhm. They're more involved with
More
their
involved,
children. things like
involved
that.
with
Yep.
their children.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? I just I just I'm happy about that. You know what I'm saying? Because we get a few stereotypes, that we're not active or we're
Yep.
deadbeats and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I know that me personally with my kids, I'm very hands on. I am the one that helps with the homework and the lessons and all that stuff.
That's cool to know. I just need to know because you got daughters like me. How was your ponytail game, fam?
Oh, trash.
Oh, see, you got to
My
step it up.
my
shit's
ponytail game
fire.
is fire.
I can do
and
buns
My
and all that.
ponytail game is
and-
fire.
but
too.
yo,
I'm
but
even
nah,
nice
nah,
with
it
the
ain't- Yeah, I was gonna say the baby hairs is where it's at.
Bro, I got a wife and an 18-year-old
But
daughter.
sometimes they might
I
not
don't
be
gotta
there.
do hair.
Sometimes they might not be there. It
Nah,
might
you
just
gotta
be you,
learn that,
Josh.
bro.
Listen,
You gotta
man.
learn that.
You gotta learn
man.
that. You gotta learn
You
that
gotta learn
skill.
that.
You gotta learn that.
You gotta learn that.
All right. Well, I'll watch a YouTube video or something.
That's
I'll
what
show
I
you.
did.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. I'll show
YouTube.
you.
Word.
I got
YouTube
you.
University.
Teaches you everything.
Right.
But not take away from what you was talking
Nah,
about.
nah.
Yeah.
So I was just
Well, now let's keep it official. Let's because there's been a fucking myth,
Mhm.
right, in America for a while
Mhm.
that black men don't take care of their kids.
Yeah.
Right. And what they try to point to is the single motherhood rate in all the communities. And they say, well, look at the black community, it's the highest. But you have to understand, first of all, the tricky thing with that is how they define single mothers.
Right.
Single mothers technically is defined by, most of the time, unmarried women. So if you're unmarried, they consider you single. It doesn't necessarily mean there's not a man in the household. It doesn't necessarily mean the father is not there.
Right.
So like there is something tricky with how they define single mothers, bro.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure that there's been some
shout out to the
studies.
single mothers out there.
Yeah, definitely shout out to
Definitely
single
shout
mothers.
out
But
to
this
single
ain't even about
mothers.
single mothers right now. We're talking about fathers. There has been studies out there that may have shown that some have done it based on, is there a man in the home? Okay, fine. But for the most part, it is tricky. And the bottom line is there's studies out there that show that black men take care of their children. Not only do they take care of their children, they actually perform better than every other group. You know what I'm saying? So
Let's go.
that's definitely something that needs to be recognized.
Let's go.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's definitely something that needs to be
Yeah,
recognized.
for sure.
And we definitely got some stats for the shit too about single fathers,
Mm-hmm.
and how it from what was it, 1990 until now, it's risen significantly.
Mm-hmm.
Black single fathers. You know what I'm saying? So y'all could
Yeah.
one of y'all could read it because I
In
can't see the view.
1990, 1990, it looks like
Scroll
it-
down a little bit, yo.
Yeah.
No, up, my
What are
friend.
they
there.
basing that number off of though? How many there are?
Nah, they're just saying
Yeah.
the number of black in the thousands.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying. So it went from 472,000, and now it's up to in 2021. It's like
In the millions.
yeah,
That's in the millions.
it's in the
1.2
millions.
million.
1.2 million.
Number of black families with
Single father in the house.
in the
Yep.
household.
So it's 1.2 million.
So it went from 400 and what
72,000.
to 1 point, how many million?
2.
1.2.
I'm just gonna say
1.2 million.
1.2.
Yo, that's a
yeah.
and that's-
significant leap, bro.
And the supplementary notes is the male householder, no wife present. Yep, because like you said, they if it's not marriage and children under 18 years old. So yep,
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah.
It's tricky with
It's a
that, bro.
200%
Like,
jump.
yeah,
it's
that's
definitely a
that's great
significant jump, man. You know
You
what I'm saying?
And me as a single father, even I have like sole custody of my son. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely attest to being just there for everything. You know what I'm saying? And my son's mother, she had a tough time. I don't want to say she didn't do what she was supposed to do, but she didn't do right by my son. So I had
It's
to
all
step
right.
in and
It's all right.
you know
You
what I
gotta
mean.
explain.
When
I had
one
to step in
parent
and
doesn't
do that,
do
what I
right,
had to do what I had to
The other
do.
one gotta step it up.
you step it up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no point in crying over spilled milk,
yeah,
bro.
nah, for sure.
I'll tell you what an OG told me one time. He said, when I was locked up, black dude too, OG from Washington, D.C., you know what he told me? He was like, there's no point in crying over spilled milk, young man, because the cat done already licked it up. I said, that's some down south shit.
That's some that is some down south shit. That's some OG game. You heard?
I knew he was from down south. It made sense, though.
Made total sense.
But I was
for
like,
real,
all
for
right,
real.
word, you know what I'm saying? So people don't understand, man, the value of having a father in the home, man, and single fathers. And you know that there's studies out there that show that single fathers, I'm pretty sure I'm not mistaken on this. There's studies out there that show that single fathers actually, their children actually fare well or better off than single mothers raising children.
Yo, it makes sense because I ain't had no pregnancy scares yet.
I'm telling you, yo, look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
You know
Not
what
to
I'm
knock
saying?
single
My
mothers.
oldest been
That's
in a
not a knock
relationship
at
for 3
single mothers.
years. I ain't had one pregnancy scare.
Nah, it sound like you hating on single mothers.
No,
bro.
no, it's not. It's not. It's some. There
Yo,
is some
Fly
data
Nice
out
on
there that show that
Facebook.
shit.
Fly.
Nah,
Nice
I'm
go Gianni
serious.
on
I'm
Instagram.
serious.
Nah,
I'm serious.
that's-
And all it does is reinforce the fact of how important a father is in a child's life, bro.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
You
fact.
know what I'm saying?
Ladies, y'all just let him know how y'all feel about that. That's all.
And yeah, we definitely.
All right, so let me ask y'all a question. Speaking about values of people in your life, right?
Mhm.
As men, what's the value of having a good woman in your corner or circle? Like, what's the value?
Priceless.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
If
invaluable.
solid.
Why though? Like, why? Let's build on it real quick.
So me personally, I look at it like this, right? The king, say the king of his kingdom, king of all the people, whatever, right? He's the ruler, but the queen is his advisor. She's the one that is kind of like the brain behind him in a lot of
She brings
situations.
the wisdom.
Yeah, she's the wisdom, right?
Mhm.
So any decisions that he makes, anything that he plans on doing, he runs by the queen first. You know what I'm saying? And she advises him. So it's the same thing in relationships. You having a good woman in your corner can take you much farther than you would ever go by yourself.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you can go with all the different metaphors. She'll steal, shop at stale, and all that. You know what I'm saying? But like, she's your anchor. She's your crown. You know what I'm saying? She's the one that that'll be there when you're stressing, when you're depressed, when you're hurting. She's gonna be your biggest cheerleader. She's your everything. So, you know what I'm saying? Having a good woman, like Peasy said, is priceless.
Yeah, that's a fact. And like, it's like she can speak, she can charge your batteries, you know what I'm saying? Like she can wake
Absolutely.
you up, like the gods we call it, she can awaken the dead God inside of you just by saying a word or just by whatever, making sure everything's straight in the crib. And the intuition sometimes. Sometimes you might be wanting to go somewhere and your wife be like, you sure you want to go there?
Mhm.
And she make you think twice about certain things that you might have just on impulse just went and did, you know what I'm saying? So having a good woman in your corner is invaluable. Like you can't put a price on that. You can't really.
Just to piggyback real quick, I know y'all gonna go, but yo, no bullshit. There was twice that I didn't listen to my wife. That shit ended up bad.
Yeah.
Her intuition like told me don't go outside,
Mm-hmm.
and that shit ended up bad for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that shit's real. Like
Yeah,
even
that-
when you tell your mans you got a great idea and your man laugh at you, be like, yo, this is bugging. Your wife be there like, nah, man, you can do it. You know
Do
what
it.
I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
facts. Yeah.
she's in your corner because she believe in you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? She might not understand fully what you're gonna do,
Right.
but she believes in you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's everything. But go ahead, my bad.
No, so my thing is we talking about why it's important to have a good woman, but what is a good woman?
Wouldn't that be subjective to the individual though?
Yeah, that's why I'm just asking. That's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
objective. I'm just saying. I'm asking
Go
y'all.
ahead.
What
Go ahead.
is-
I mean,
No, go
listen,
ahead, go
I
ahead,
got
no,
answers for all this shit. Like,
No,
you know
no.
what I'm
Go,
saying?
I'm gonna let you get it off. Get it off.
All right. A good woman is faithful.
Mm-hmm.
She's
what's faithful?
faithful. Faithful is
Only because I'm gonna let you build on it one second. Only because I had someone tell me one time there's a difference between loyalty and faithfulness, and I was like kind of conflicted. Like what? But so I just want to. What is faithful?
you can be loyal and cheat.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so there's a difference between loyal and
Yeah.
faithful. Okay, so that's why I mean, what is
Yeah.
faithful?
So but a good woman is both of those.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
A good woman is
Ooh, that was good. That was good.
That
That
was
was
good.
good. That was
Yeah.
good.
Come on, man. Let's get to the
My
point,
bad.
man.
So a good woman is faithful. She's loyal. She's encouragement.
Right.
She's love. She's nurturing. She's honest. She's strength. She's patient.
Yeah,
She's
patience
patient.
is
Definitely
key.
need patience
Word.
dealing with some hard-headed gentlemen out here. And she's understanding. You know what I'm saying? To me, I would say that, like,
Oh, yeah.
aside from, like, superficial things, like, that's internally, like, what I want
Mhm.
in my woman.
I would say the only thing that I wouldn't say you left it out. I think you could summarize it though. Is empathetic. You need a partner that's empathetic.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need a partner that
Empath.
when they see you off your square, they're not so much consumed by their own feelings, and they're more concerned with, like, yo, what is wrong with my partner? You know what I'm saying? It could be anything, right?
That's
You
good.
you could be doing something. I feel like a lot of women tend to do this, yo, and I don't want to say all women, but I've had this happen. Okay, I may be doing certain things, right? Maybe not paying her enough attention. Maybe I'm in my phone a little too much for her. Maybe I'm going out a little too much for her, and she starts to feel like there may be something going on, right? Which she's not wrong about that. Clearly, there's something going on. The problem is if you're consumed with your feelings and you have the wrong idea, right? Now the empathy doesn't come into play because you're no longer going to ask me, yo, babe, what's going on? Is everything all right? You're not really on your square right now. You're going to approach me with an idea that you already have in your head.
Yeah.
You
She's
understand
already
what I'm
made an
saying?
assumption.
An
Like,
assumption.
and it's usually the idea of he's not paying me any attention. He's going out a lot. He's doing this. It's some
Somebody-
other woman
woman,
is getting that attention.
Mhm.
And what I mean is the importance of empathy is understanding that if you can just get out your feelings for 1 second and maybe understand that, hey, maybe my man is going through something that, I need to talk to him about because I don't get the attention I'm getting right now. I see that he's maybe going out a little bit, or maybe he's on his phone a little bit too much. All of those could be outlets for him to try to just deal with whatever's going on,
different
right?
vices,
Maybe
yeah.
him to get away from the stress that he's got going on right now, right? But if you lack the empathy and you're only caught up in your own feelings, right? You could be like, oh, he's probably talking to another girl. And then you come at him in a certain energy, which just adds more stress to what he's already going through.
Big facts.
Because you're not worried about his feelings. You're not empathizing with him because you're really not concerned with that. You're concerned with what you're feeling and what you think is going on.
Right now, big
So
dog.
you come to the table presumptuous.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel that.
And when you do that,
Mhm.
all you do is add more stress. Go ahead, Spicy Brown.
Nah,
Talk your shit.
I'm with you.
Spice, you gotta talk on the mic.
Oh Lord.
That's what the mic is back
That's
there
what the
for.
mic is back
My
there.
bad, my bad. It's just it don't move enough for me. I'm short, you know?
right.
But like my thing is like I agree with you. I think going off of assumption, because feelings are good fillers, but they're poor leaders, right? So we can't necessarily base off of that. But I personally have had encounters with men where I have came at that approach, but they still wouldn't even give me nothing. It would be like, nothing, I'm good. So I guess how do you even go past that? Because I feel like sometimes men aren't emotionally available.
That's true.
You
That's
see,
true.
and men aren't, they're not they don't feel safe
As a
to
man,
be
a lot of-
vulnerable.
As I
There you
was
go.
about to say,
That's it.
as a man,
That's it.
I was just about to say, a lot of men don't like to show vulnerability. That's-
And I guess that's my. I think maybe then, like, because women, we need to have a conversation about how we, come to men as well. But I think we also need to have a conversation with men in terms of like, vulnerability is not a weakness; it's actually a strength.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
like I've done that and I've gotten defensiveness. I've gotten like, well, what you wearing? Like, just do your own thing. Like, I'm just kind of like, well, damn, nigga, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to help your ass out, So it's just kind of like, I guess it's just hard. So I guess the question I want to ask is like, then if I get nothing back when I do try that approach, what comes after that? Like, what's the next step after that?
I would say
man-
this.
Oh, my
Go
bad.
ahead, Charles. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
Nah, I was gonna say a man's only gonna give you vulnerability when he feels that it will be accepted.
Right.
Secured.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you gotta because it's already hard enough for a man to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like because if you say the wrong thing the wrong way, he's gonna be looked at as a bitch ass nigga, a sucker, soft, weak, all those negative things. So depending on how he comes to you and lets you know what he's going through, like one, he might not be sure how to word it, and two, he might not feel all the way comfortable because he's worried about you never looking at him the same as that strong male. You know what I'm saying? So like he'll hold that shit inside forever. You know what I'm saying? Until he knows that he can really be vulnerable around you, and then he'll start to open up. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. I just feel like with that there will always just be a risk. Whenever you do put yourself out there, there is a risk, and
Absolutely.
I guess I don't know. I just don't feel like we should allow, because what's crazy? Like, I don't believe that it's just a male thing. And I don't know. I've just been on this topic how we make things a gender issue when I think it's really a humanity issue. I think I think that fear holds all of us back. Because men have a hard time being vulnerable, but women do too. You know what I mean? Like women, like a lot of people think that women are like, we're these masters of emotions. But no, like there are women who have a hard time expressing their emotions as well. I just think that each gender does it differently. Like we both experience the same thing.
So the first time I was vulnerable, like really vulnerable with my wife, right? Like I was like this. You know what I'm saying? Like no bullshit. Because I'm like, damn, like
don't hurt me.
Yeah, like
Don't hurt me.
seriously, like
Yeah.
like I'm putting my feelings out there, like, and it's like we got egos, right? So the thing that'll kill us more than anything in this world is being emasculated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we're vulnerable, it's us taking a chance of being emasculated.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So like the first time I did, I was like and literally it was like I was like super broke. You know what I'm saying? And like my wife was telling me for a minute, like, yo, I got us. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna go figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Until like one day she was just like, yo, yo, it's a partnership. Like, I got us. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like you had me, I got you. It's a partnership. Like ain't no me, ain't no you. It's a us thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, all right. You know what I'm saying? And after that, like at me going through that, let me know that I had a rider, and that was it.
I love that. I'm gonna let y'all rock. I just think, we should kill that narrative. Vulnerability is not a weakness, y'all. It's really a strength.
Yeah,
Fuck that shit. Protect your feelings, because if you do it with the wrong female, listen, you ain't never gonna hear the end of that
Chops is
shit.
taking the words out of my mouth. Straight
Fuck
up.
that
Fuck
shit.
that
That's
shit.
a
I'm
fact.
sorry.
Because you all types of bitches. That's why you was
you-
crying about such and such.
Bitch ass
Bitch ass
nigga.
I'ma hit him
Yeah.
with what my man say. You little dick motherfucker. Nah, you got big hands, bitch.
Word.
I got the comeback for everything.
Word, I
Fuck
definitely
out of
think
here.
That's
It's
why
not
your
gonna hurt
balls
my
hang
feelings.
longer than your dick do, motherfucker.
Word, they go crazy.
All that shit.
So
Out there.
I definitely.
we're ready to stop the live now. We
All right.
hit our mark.
All right.
No man want to hear
My
that
bad.
shit.
Beezy went crazy just now. My son just
Oh,
But yo,
Let
on
him
some
say
real
bye
shit,
now to
right?
close out the line.
Yeah, close it out. But
Close it
look,
out.
on some real shit.
Hold on, let's tell
Oh,
the
yeah, you
people on the
got-
live
you
when
got
to
to
check the show
close it
though.
out.
Oh, my fault. We
You
about to
gotta
close
tell-
out the live. I was like, yeah, fuck it.
we're
Let him
about to
go.
close
My
out the
bad.
live.
But tell them when they got
Y'all know
check
where you
out the
can finish the. You got to
Yeah,
finish the
yeah.
episode on Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple. Every
all DSPs
all
that you get
DSPs, man. We on all of
podcasts
them,
from.
man. You know,
The Diamond
Audio.
Throne podcast.
Diamond Throne podcast. You know, you got to finish
Tap
this out,
in.
man. I mean, we up out of here, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, on some real shit, listen. When you're in a relationship, right, it's got to be a we thing, not a me thing, yo. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? If it's not a we thing, then it's not a relationship.
It's not a relationship at
You know
all.
what I mean, and as much as when Spicy was saying, you know, what do you do like if a man is just unwilling to be vulnerable with you, right? This for men and women, yo. Sometimes you got to accept that that's not the person for you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to accept that shit.
It's a fact.
Chops and I was talking about something the other day, man, and like it like I feel like when you know somebody is right for you, you just act a certain way, yo. They just make you feel a certain way and you act a certain way and you have a certain level of respect for them and everything just flows copacetic. You know what I'm saying? As a woman, if a man is the right man for you, you will never feel the need to talk to him a certain way. Like, I see some women talk to a man in a certain manner as if like they wear the pants type shit, right? And when I see women do that, naturally I say to myself, yo, that's not the man for you. That's not the man for you.
No bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? Like you forcing a relationship. Because I firmly believe that if that's the man for you, you will respect him in a manner where you would say to yourself, I'm not gonna talk to him like that. I respect him enough to where I follow his lead.
Right.
I trust in him. And I would never try to make him feel less than what he is by, you know, trying to talk to him in a certain way, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like telling my man what he is and what he ain't gonna
Right.
do and shit like that. Like I'm telling you right now, ladies, if you feel like you have to talk to your man like that, that is not the man for you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And same thing with men, man. There's certain ways you're gonna behave with a woman, man. So sometimes you don't have to keep figuring out what it is. You don't gotta do nothing but understand that's not the person for you. Stop wasting time. Because I promise you, when you find the right one, you are going to act accordingly and it's going to be natural, yo. I'm telling you.
And you'll have peace.
Yeah, you'll definitely have peace. You know what I'm saying?
And on top of that, when all else fails, just do what the fuck you always ask us to do. We should read your mind.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Won't you try reading your nigga's mind sometime? You know what I'm saying?
Professor
and then you
X
can figure
work.
out. You can figure out what the fuck is going on with him.
We got to practice
You know what I'm saying?
telepathy every day.
No
Telepathy.
bullshit.
You know what I'm saying?
We supposed to understand all types of shit.
Word.
I mean, listen, man. You got to be able to maintain that peace, yo. I can't be in a relationship, bro, where my peace is constantly disrupted, bro. I got too much turmoil going on outside of this
So
relationship
you walk out that door.
to be coming home to more fucking turmoil and stress and aggravation. My home should be the one place that I come to where I find peace, yo.
Yeah, peace. That's paramount. Son.
I just want my head rubbed in a sandwich.
Word. That's it.
That's it.
That's just, yeah,
I just
it
want
ain't
my
that
head
easy
rubbed
for
in a
me,
sandwich.
dog.
Yeah.
That ain't that easy for me. But I'll tell you what makes it easy. When you walk in that house and your significant other has good energy.
Shit.
Absolutely.
And I ain't walking in the house to some weird
Just
fucking
fucking
energy,
vibe. Yeah.
some weird vibe where I don't know what's going on, but I know there's a weird vibe right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is not why I come home. I come home to escape all the bullshit.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is my place of solace. This is my solitude right here. This is my livelihood right here. Like this is where the peace is supposed to be at.
Mm-hmm.
So when I walk through that door, you know, if there is a fucking problem, let's sit down and figure this problem out.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't need you walking around here with an attitude, and I don't need to be walking around giving you an attitude because you don't deserve that when you walk in this house. What you deserve is peace. Same as I deserve peace. So let's figure this problem out because we in this together. This is what we signed up for. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's like the most important thing, bro, is peace, dog. Because when we go out to this world, there is a bunch of fucking stress, aggravation, turmoil, you know what I mean? Threats, etc., bro. It's fucking chaos out there. You know what I mean? And your peace is the one thing you need. And the one place you can find that shit is at home, yo.
Yeah.
Nah,
Damn, why y'all quiet like
Yo,
I'm
I know,
listening
like,
to
you
class?
you're not
He was
talking.
going.
Give it up.
I was like, I'm sunning it
Give it
off.
up.
Yeah,
I'm trying to cut
That
you
was a
off.
little pre-talk to him nice right there. Give it
Yeah,
up right
nah,
there. You know what I mean?
I
Just saying.
think, well, my bad. I think your home should be a safe space. Like regardless of, even when you're dealing with somebody, that should be your safe space. Something that helped me was my grandfather told me, yo, when you're dealing with your partner, you got to realize everything they say to you comes from a place of love. So once you think about it, even if you're having an issue, the issue is the love ain't flowing or something's not flowing. So if you're talking, if your wife come to you, yo, we haven't, that's the issue. So it's like, all right, how we open up the floodgates to get this thing back flowing. And I think that the peace is definitely something that should be protected. Like
We changed the
like,
current. Right.
yeah, we got to just change the energy. You know what I'm saying? Because we're humans. You know what I'm saying? The energy gets off. Sometimes you fucking go through shit in your day, and I think a lot of times we get so caught up in the tasks and duties of our day that like.
But that's what it is, though, mainly.
Because sometimes, I was watching this thing. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was like a couple, and the dude asked his husband, the man, yo, when you get up, what do you do every day? He listed off mad shit. Bum, 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 bum. I get up, yo, I make sure this. Asked the woman, when you get up, what do you do? Bum, bum, bum. She listed off, and he was like, when do y'all make each other a priority? Like, you get so caught up in, I got to pay the bills, got to go to work, got to do this, got to take care of the kids, got to. But at the end of the day, y'all built this shit. This shit is for y'all. So it's like, if y'all don't stop, yo, what's up? Even if it's for 5 minutes, yo, what's up, babe? A hug, whatever the fuck. Like that little 5 minute undivided interaction can calm a whole day's worth of, you know what I'm saying, shit down.
Nah, definitely. Just to add to that, especially if I'm just speaking from a man's point of view, if you have a man that has a stressful job, or your man is in the streets, I'm gonna tell you right now, like when I was in the streets, like my shit was hectic all day.
All day.
Like my phone's ringing all day. I'm running around the city. I'm worried about motherfucking trying to make plays here. I'm worried about the police. I'm worried about like motherfucking niggas scheming. I got people in my circle I might not be fully comfortable with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this angle, you know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers kicking in my door, like all types of shit. So like that being a street nigga, like there's like a different type of stress. You know what I'm saying? And like the last thing that you want to go through when you get home is getting an argument. You know what I'm saying? Like, because literally all day, what you're thinking about is making it home. Like, that's all you want to do. You want to do whatever it is that you got to do, and you hope that you can make it home. Because you're literally thinking, like, I can lose my life today, or I can get locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the only thing you want to do is make it home to your woman and your kids. You know what I'm saying? And when you walk through that door
Supposed to feel like,
yeah, when you walk through that door after going through everything you went through, like you've been waiting all day for that, and then you come in and your woman got an attitude. Yo, that shit is like one of the worst fucking feelings, yo. I just be like, yo, why the fuck I come home? You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
what makes us not come home sometimes.
no bullshit.
You
No
know,
bullshit.
you know what I mean?
Motherfucker be like, yo, like, oh, you got attitudes? Well, my phone's ringing anyway. I wasn't gonna stay in the crib, but I might as well go make this couple dollars. And I'm back out.
Yeah, it's deflating.
You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit, because I didn't come home for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came home to be at peace. Like I said, yo, I said a sandwich, but like, yo, literally, I had a stressful day. I just want to lay down,
fuck is a
watch some
sandwich?
TV, and get my
Sandwich,
and get my head
motherfucker.
rubbed,
That
yo.
turk-
Like real shit.
Nah, that's that piece.
like that ass. Like that's my comfort.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Off subject. As the word of the day guy, there's W in sandwich.
but it's okay.
Okay.
Man, it's a motherfucking sandwich, man.
Sandwich, I know
Brother
what
from the 5th floor,
I know
nigga.
what you mean, and even you attacking it from a street nigga perspective, even me attacking it from MC perspective, and going out on the road. Like when I go on the road, a lot of times the misconception is touring, going on the road is fun and it's lit. That shit is not fun, yo. I land in the city, I land that night, I go to sleep, I wake up, I perform, then I go to sleep, I wake up, I gotta go to the next city, then I gotta go to the next city. Then I'm up at 6 o'clock, when I go home, all I want is my lady and to I'm sleep for 2 days. Don't, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, let's go lay down. Every time, shorty, what you wanna do? Lay down.
That's it.
I think the important question is, like, what does protecting your peace look like? I'm saying your everyday activities, right?
Yeah,
You go out into the world and it's chaos.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out a game plan to protect your peace.
I would say for me personally, things I watch, like I don't try to things I watch people I'm around for sure. There's certain phone calls I won't take at certain times. Like nope. You know what I mean? Certain conversations I won't entertain. You know what I'm saying? Because like Chops has said before, people will just dump their shit on you. So there's certain conversations I won't entertain. Even certain things I watch on TV, like or on certain shit I just won't watch because it's like not right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be all hyped up. Like even certain news articles, I call it America has obsession with like murder porn, people posting people getting murdered. I don't watch that shit. Like I can't do it because it's gonna have me all fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I definitely watch things that I intake in my life, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what it looks like for me. I'm very like cautious of what I watch and things.
I'll tell you what helped me. When I finally understood that other people's opinions of me are really none of my business, yo.
None.
You know what I'm saying?
The best.
That shit helped
best shit
me
ever.
in a way that I can't even really explain it, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to really, especially from what I've been through and in the lifestyle that I lived, it was like, for me, like, image was everything. You had to maintain this image. And if anybody saw you differently, I had to put straightens on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you see me differently, I gotta approach this. We gotta fix this now. You know what I'm saying?
So you had to defend it?
Yeah, no, it was a real thing that would disrupt my peace. Like, we had to fix this right now. You know what I'm saying? I had to get your phone number, or I had to call you, pull up on you. Yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like your opinion of me is not what I think it should be. Because I go so hard putting on this right here, this image that I made. This is all I got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll die for this.
Well, in the streets, that's what it is, though.
It wasn't just the streets, though. It was other things that I had been through, too. Like, you know my situation. So other things I've been, like, this is, like, I go hard to maintain who I am because it's genuine. Who you know who I am. If I'm your man or whatever, and I do something for you, bro, that shit's genuine. I do shit out of love. That's it. I don't do it for no other reason. I do it out of love. You know what I'm saying? So my character is genuine, you know what I'm saying? And I used to really, like, if you was trying to, if you made me feel like you thought I was something other than what you know what I'm saying, who I was, I had to put straightens on that. And that used to rob me of my peace, dog. I would be in bed, not being able to sleep because I'd be like, yo, this motherfucker said something or made me feel, or, you know what I'm saying, his opinion was, and I would have to, like, I gotta put straightens on it. And then one day, I forget who it was, but somebody with some wisdom said one day, other people's opinions of you are none of your business.
Fire.
That's
That's
it,
the
though.
fire
It's fire,
advice.
though.
I got that advice.
And that
too.
shit, bro, I ingested that shit and digested that shit. And it stayed with me from that moment on, bro.
Fact, though.
And anytime somebody says something or I started to feel something, I fucking reminded myself, yo, Their opinion of me is none of my business, and it's also a personal problem with them.
man.
That shit is not my problem.
Bro, if you know who you are and you're confident in the skin you in, nothing that anybody has to say is ever going to affect you. It's just straight like that.
Right.
I mean, that's how I'm able to protect my peace today, bro. Like, somebody's problem with me, if I don't got a problem with you, but you got a problem with me, bro, that sound like a personal problem. Just like a shorty that asked me one time, can you help me pay my cell phone bill? Sound like a personal problem. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, because a
Ain't
lot
got
of
nothing
people
to do with me.
A lot of
You
people
feel me?
I took somebody gave me some advice one day that a lot of times when people have a problem with somebody else, it's really something that they saw in that person that reminds them of something in themselves that they don't like. So like if I gotta like, you know what I'm saying? So once I ingested that, I'm
That's
like, okay.
projecting, ain't it?
Yeah, it's super,
projecting.
just
Yeah, it's
projecting,
projecting,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's like you said, that could definitely help. But, you know,
Speaking of peace, God.
peace.
Can I say peace, God?
Yeah, you can.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
why
Nice.
can't
I
Cut
got
the
to
shit,
keep
man.
my
Why
man
can't you?
real
You know
quick.
what I mean?
You
Why
know
can't
what I
you,
mean?
God?
Gotta get my
Put the
man.
two fingers together and go like this.
That's
Nice.
it.
That's how you
Peace,
do
You know
it.
what I mean? Peace.
Why you do it like that? Yo, come on.
Paul-
man.
Well, at
Paul-
your wedding, bro, they had me like this.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm hit. I gotta be careful how I
he's
do
like,
a
I
bunch
gotta-
of
Clip
shit.
that. Clip that.
Because I got to get my hand signals game
Be
right.
careful.
I
with a
got
bunch
pictures
of
of everybody like this. Chops is in the back row like this.
Hey, yo, that picture just
Yeah,
came
that
out
shit-
wild, look crazy. you know,
Yeah,
like,
man.
Picture's crazy. But
That's
go ahead,
funny as
peace,
shit.
bro.
Yeah, today's mathematics is wisdom, understanding, all being born to power, right? So the truth is always the power, right? Because the truth is a force that's either gonna it's gonna force you to make a decision. You can either ignore it or you can adjust yourself to it. But when you wisdom is how you walk, your talk, your actions, right? Understanding is the clear picture you get in your mind, seeing things for what they are, not what you want them to be, not how your emotions tell you. So once you see things for what they are and you move based in that truth, you're always gonna generate some type of power because you're living in the truth. People will always, if our wisdom, my understanding, which my understanding comes from the gods, right? So people see me as that, my force. They feel my energy when I speak. They feel because I'm acting based on my understanding of a certain thing. So if you apply that to anything in your life, like, because the understanding, it comes in time, you don't get understanding immediately, right? So my topic is it's called the law of exchange, right? There's a quote that says, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die, right? Basically, things that you want in life, everything comes with a price. What are you willing to give up to get to where you want to go, right? So we can look at anything. We can look at successful people. We can look at, yo, I want to be like Jay-Z. Okay, that's fine. Do you know what it takes to be Jay-Z? Do you know what he has to go through? You know his stress every day? Like, he make it look easy because he got the chains, he popping the box. That's the highlight reel. You know what that man got to go through? You know how many phone calls he probably got to take? You know how many meetings he probably got to go through in a day? You want to be, I want to be LeBron. Okay, you want to be LeBron? You know what LeBron had to do to be LeBron? Are you ready to do that? A lot of times we get caught up, especially with social media, we get caught up in the highlight reel. I call social media the human highlight reel. Nobody posts their fuck-ups on social media. And as human beings, we fuck up more than we get it right. It's just a fact. It just is what, especially if you never failed at something, that means you never tried anything. So that's how I learned to, that's another way, speaking of protecting peace, I learned to protect peace because messing things up used to fuck me up. Like, if I fuck something up, I wouldn't be able to sleep. Like, damn, I fucked that up. But it's like, then that's when I had that quote, like, yo, if you never mess nothing up, bro, like, that means you never tried.
Absolutely.
So then in my mind, I'm like, all right. So then I started learning that failing is just in my mind. Like, as long as I take something from it, the lesson, like, as long as I fucked up. How did I fuck that up? I fucked that up because I did this. All right, so next time I won't do that. I'll do this. Then I started getting better. So it's like when you look at people and you look at their success level or you look at something that you want in life, you got to ask yourself, like, am I ready for that? Can I withstand? Because everything comes with a bad side or positives and negatives in life, right? Every positive thing, there's a negative side to it. Like, so, like I said, you can look at anybody and be like, yo, they're eating, yo, they got it, da 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 da, yo, But you don't know what the fuck they had to do to get that shit. You don't know what they go through on a day-to-day. You don't know, like, even this podcast, we give y'all 2 hours of content. It takes 50 hours a week to make 2 hours of content.
Right.
Are you ready to do that? A lot of people want to just pick up the mics and just talk. Are you ready to dedicate 40, 50 hours a week to talk for 2 hours? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So
Research, all that shit.
research, make sure we sound proper, make sure all four of us got to agree on whatever, everything's proper. So the law of exchange, you can look it up. For everything gained, you have to give something up. So it's like, just be ready, man. Just to decide what you're willing to sacrifice to get where you got to go, especially if you're going with success. You know what I'm saying?
I like
I want to
that.
say
Law of
something
exchange.
about failure, bro, because you brought up failures, and failure is really all about perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's you can look at failure as a loss, or you can change your perspective and say there's really no such thing as a failure.
Right.
It's only a lesson learned. You know, so I didn't really lose nothing. I gained knowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about perspective, bro. It goes down to being is the glass half full or half empty, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like what comes with growth is really understanding that there's really no losses in life. There's only lessons learned, yo. You know what I mean? So once you take that perspective, it's easier to keep moving forward, bro, and putting one foot in front of the other, bro. You know what I mean? Because once you feel like you start taking losses, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I lost this, I lost that. Now you don't have energy to do nothing else. You know what I mean? It's depressing. It's negative, right?
Negative, yeah.
But if you say, now I ain't really lose nothing, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm happy that I learned this. You know what I'm saying? Now I can move on from it. And now what I'm going to do is naturally I'm going to put one foot in front of the other, bro, and I'm going to keep pushing forward, keep pushing forward, keep pushing forward.
That's a fact.
I mean,
And it
so-
gives you the confidence to try new shit. Because you're like, all right, I'm going to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, Jay-Z said, I learned more in failure than I did in my successes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it
I
makes
learned
total
more.
sense,
You
though.
mean? So it really becomes about your perspective on certain things, bro. I mean,
yeah, for
you
sure.
can see the shit as a loss or you can see it as a gain, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
a fact.
I would say take the
I think they
take the
call it,
latter.
I believe they call it failing forward. Like, as long as you keep moving forward and part, like, it's, but yeah, speaking of success and why, a lot of people are threatened by other people's success. And the question is, why
'Cause
is
they're
that?
fucking bums.
They're bums? Fucking losers,
They're
man.
fucking losers.
Nah, I could say sometimes your success can remind people of their insecurities, like
their failure.
their failures. Your
failures.
success can remind them of their failures. Or you like, I hate the
Or why they, failures are why they gave up.
yeah,
Same
I
shit.
hate the I'm trying to get like you. Like,
Yeah, that's them backhand
yeah,
comments,
like
though.
you can, man. Niggas just keep going,
Yeah,
bro.
keep
You
going, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because most people that are successful, like, the only thing that separated them is that they just didn't quit. They just kept going. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? But
I mean, successful people will always intimidate an insecure person, bro.
facts.
That's just the way life goes, dog.
Mhm.
A secure person will look at a successful person and be inspired by
Be
their
inspired,
success.
100%. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But once you come around insecure people, they're gonna become resentful.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They're gonna be jealous. They're gonna be envious.
Mm-hmm.
And all it is they're just you know, your success or whatever reveals to them all of their insecurities and their flaws and their lack of confidence and how, you know, they feel like they can't do what you do. You know what I mean? And next thing you know what I mean, you having bad blood or
It's like
bad
that old head.
energy
Oh,
with a person.
you do a podcast? Yeah. I had dreams once.
Yeah.
Shut your old ass up, motherfucker.
He said, I had
Motherfucker.
dreams
Miserable
once.
motherfucker. Get out my face, man.
Yeah, nah.
It be those types, though.
You know, like, you know what's crazy? Because with me, like, when I see successful people, like, it inspires me. Like, it like puts a battery in my back to level up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, me, like, I've always celebrated other people's success. Like, I'd be just as happy for them. Like, yo, you doing it, bro.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Or even if it's somebody I don't know, I'm like, yo, like, yo, I gotta step shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
like I can either look at that person with hate and be like, damn, yo, like, yo, he don't deserve that shit because I'm looking at what I don't have and looking at it from a negative perspective, or I can look at him like, yo, you doing your thing, King. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yo, you make me want to step my shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because like I love that shit. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
the
Like I
shit.
like yeah,
It's the
like
shit.
I love
the
I
shit,
love
son.
people
Mhm.
doing great.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, be the fucking best you can be.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we all ain't meant to travel the same paths.
Right.
Like, yo, you're a phenomenal rapper, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I thought I was nice as shit at one point. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Could I say that I would have had the success that you have?
Right.
No.
No.
Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey.
you know what I mean? But it's you know what I'm saying? But like I'm not like yo, like damn, yo, like yo, I could have been this or I could have
Right,
been
right,
that.
right, right,
Nah,
right.
bro,
I
like
know what
yo,
you
that
mean.
was your path. That's what you're great at. You know
Right.
what? I'm great at this, or
Right.
I'm great at that. But I'm saluting your wins.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying?
everybody's great at something, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I like that. I love it, and it also makes me inquisitive. Like even if I have no intention in joining that field, I'm like, yo, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, word, you did that? That's how you did? Oh, shit, you
Absolutely.
you fucked that up. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
I just be wanting to know. I'll be interested in people's story and shit. Like, oh, word, you took it from here and went here with it? Okay, all right.
Yo, real shit. When I be around people that's more successful than me, I be like this, yo. Like, yo, can I sit down and buy you lunch
How
one
did you
day
do that?
so I can
Mhm.
pick your brain?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
shit.
Like real shit. You know what I'm saying? And like some people, like they might look at you funny and be like, because some people don't like teaching the game. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But a
1000%.
lot of times, people will be like, hell yeah. Like, yo, here's my number. Hit me anytime. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was looking for houses in New Bedford, you know what I'm saying? I was looking at 3 families. So I'm going with this landlord. He's showing me cribs. Dude owned 155 properties in New Bedford, bro. And I'm like, damn, yo. He's like, yeah, I'm just trying to liquidate all these shits. I'm trying to get into commercial properties where it's at. Yeah, I'm looking at this building. They got, 25,000 square feet. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, damn, yo, like, here I am. I'm looking to buy my first house. And he's looking to liquidate all his shits and get into commercial property. I'm like, yo, can I sit down and have lunch with you sometime on me just so I can pick your brain?
Right.
Like, even if I can get a tenth of the knowledge
Right.
or a hundredth of the
Step.
knowledge that he has, like, I know that it'll improve me exponentially. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I care about. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want around me. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Yeah.
Yo, it's important to have certain people around you, bro. No bullshit. Because the old saying, you chill with 9 bums, you bound to be the 10th one.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
That's a
man.
fact. That
There's
having
nothing wrong with
like-minded
having somebody to look up to, even as a grown man.
and it's definitely better to have like-minded people around you because they influence you to keep you pushing. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
it's one of the more important things of, and it don't having like-minded people around you don't mean that y'all all do the same thing. Y'all all just have like the same mindset, like growth mindset. Like, all right, we all going to this
Goal orientated.
this goal. Like you're going after your thing. Go ahead, my nigga. You going after your thing. I'm going after my. And we all just because we influence each other. There's a thing called invisible influence. Like that's why when people go to the gym with a partner, they lift more weight. They do more work because it's just the fact that you have somebody with you doing the same thing. You're going to execute more. It just is a fact. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like so, having somebody having like-minded people around you can definitely influence you to do better things, and you know what I'm saying. So for me, it's always important, especially for what I do, especially just being a black man from the hood. Like you got a lot. Sometimes it be your family that will gun your shit. Y'all want to do this, and they just look at you. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. It's like,
Be your
fam,
worst enemy.
damn, son, like,
Sometimes.
What's crazy is and it works in personal relationships too,
Mhm.
just as well as business. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, if you're married, probably don't want to hang around with a bunch of single niggas.
fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like niggas is moving different.
Yeah.
It's like females that are married and they hang around with all their single girlfriends. They like, there's no way y'all ain't gonna talk about men. You taking advice from a woman that
Doesn't have one.
ain't got a man.
1000%,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, nah, take advice from the person that's been in a relationship for mad years that you know they been through the ups and downs. Like, yo, how did you get there?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like what got you to that point? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you ever been through this or whatever? And yeah, they can relate. You know what I'm saying? In business, it's the same shit. Like, I wanna punch above my tier. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be around a bunch of people that are doing worse than me or the same as me. I want to pick the brains of the people that are doing way better than me, because I know that that's gonna help me elevate my mind, my spirit, my strength, my drive, everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I be at with it. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it misconstrued. I'm not saying I'm not trying to fuck with other people, because honestly, every little piece of game that I pull from that motherfucker, listen, I'm spreading it around my circle. We all coming up together.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not stingy with jewels, never have been.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
I'll say this: you got to be careful, because if you around certain people, right, who don't view success. Everybody views success a certain way.
Mhm.
First of all, right? So you have to be around the right people, because if you're around the wrong people, right, there's going to be a standard for success set within that circle, right?
Mhm.
And if you have a group of people who have a low standard of success, right, then the person whoever has the most in that circle, which probably won't be much because their standard is low, right? So the person that has the most might have, a bullshit ass whip, no real career for a job, you know what I'm saying? Bullshit ass little apartment or something like that. But if that person has more than everybody else in that circle, right? That circle standard of success is based on that dude.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it's based on right there.
Yeah. It's like the.
And the reason why I say that is because whoever continues to stay in that circle, they are all like-minded, yo.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
all like-minded.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
If somebody isn't like them, they're gonna be like, "This ain't the circle for me, dog. I'm smooth with this circle, because that's not it."
Yeah.
And everybody else right here, we fucking 30-something years old, and y'all cool with being with this right here, and he got the most out of all of us. I'm in the wrong circle.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong circle. So whoever's in that circle, trust and believe, right? That's their standard for success right there, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the importance of having the right fucking people around you, yo. You know
That's
what I'm
a fact.
saying? You gotta have people around you that can motivate you to do better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's also where you are at as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, your like-mindedness will match up with other people. And that's why when people say birds of a feather flock together, I believe that shit.
Yeah, it's like the quote that
Spicy
said.
Brown.
Go ahead,
My bad.
Spicy,
Spicy
go ahead.
Brown.
I got a question for you guys. So, like, let's just say somebody who does have a circle and they're jealous of their circle. Like somebody that's watching this podcast right now, and they actually are experiencing jealous and envious emotions. What would you actually tell them? Because I think that, whenever we do talk about jealous people, it does have a negative connotation to it, but we never encourage people who do experience jealous and envious emotions. So like, what would you actually tell someone to pull them out of jealousy and envy of their friends or people that they actually should be inspired by?
He's a fucking hater.
Nah, if you, I think being envious and jealousy means you're looking outside of yourself. You're not looking internal. You're not looking at what you can do.
Right.
You're looking at what everybody else can do. If you look inside yourself and you figure out how to be the best you'll never be jealous of anybody.
See, that was deep.
You already
He had time to invest in that. I was going to say, just get the fuck away from me, because I
Yeah.
don't got time to deal with that.
Right. Pretty much. 'Cause you already quit before you even fought.
But
X went
Pretty
deep. I'm
much.
glad you said that.
even when Nice was saying, like, what you're saying reminded me of a quote: "In the land of the blind, the man with one eye is king." Right?
no
Like,
bullshit.
at the end of the day, how I look at it always, if I'm the smartest person in the room, I need to find another
wrong
fucking room. I'm in the wrong room. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want to be. I'm a pretty intelligent man. I want to be either on the low tier. So that means everybody I deal with got more intelligence, more wisdom, more something than me that I can take from. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like. So for envious people, a lot of envious people, they spend a lot of time pointing fingers and yo, he got this and he got like you're so busy looking outside, you don't realize your own power. You're robbing yourself of your own power. You know what I'm saying? You're robbing yourself of your own energy. You feel me? So, but yeah, but speaking of that, I always try to hang around people that add value to my life. You know what I'm saying? Because
I was gonna ask y'all a question.
Go ahead.
Like,
Dropping jewels today on the throne, boy.
No, I was really gonna ask a question. Like, the people that you surround yourself around, right?
Mhm.
Do they necessarily have to bring value to your life? And do you deal with every person on a transactional level? Everything has to be transactional, or they can't really be involved with you. Like,
Short answer is yes.
The relationship, yeah,
Absolutely.
Short answer is absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think people, I'm so sorry to interject. I think people have this very bad connotation with the word useful or use or whatever, thinking that it's a bad thing. But in actuality, it's a good thing because that's how we progress as a human race is by being useful to one another. And if you're useless, whether it be one way or another, then there's no reason that you should be a part of the progression because anybody who's a forward-thinking person needs people who are going to add value and push the kingdom forward, not hold it back.
That's a fact. I think people.
It depends on the nature of the relationship you have with that individual, though.
Nah, it don't matter.
Yeah, people.
But now, say because it says all relationships are transactional. It's not transactional with your child.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
That's one of the most
That's
transactional
literally-
For who
relationships.
though? For them, not for you.
Both.
For both of y'all.
For both.
It's like you got to understand, right? All the people that are in your circle should bring something to the table. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. It don't necessarily have to be knowledge. It can be love.
Yeah, I
It can
understand all
be-
that.
It, but they bring value, and you should bring value to everybody around
right,
you.
100%.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, otherwise, why the fuck are you around me? You know what I'm saying? If you don't bring value around me, I don't want you around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got friends that are broke, that are fucked up. I got friends that are millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they all have different values, but they all have value in one way or another.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my man texted me today. He said, yo, bro, like, yo, I love you. I appreciate you for being in my life. Yo, like, you're a dope friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I appreciate our conversations, everything, bro. Like, you've always been a real friend. And like, yo, I be hard on him. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, but it be out of love.
Right.
Because like, yo, bro, I see your potential and you're robbing yourself for that shit.
Right.
So like, yo, I want you to go be great. You know what I'm saying? And like, he's on his shit. He's on his way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I got mad people, like, even when I used to hustle, like, yo, telling you, like, I was just saying this shit the other day on the rant, on the live. Like, yo, when I used to trap, yo, I would sit with the people that I hustled with, and we would chop it up. We would build. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's knowledge in everything.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
like you gotta bring that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? If you have it, you should share it. You know what I'm saying? Like, otherwise, what's the point? What are we here for?
Right.
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
understanding that relationships are transactional is important because it makes you understand that you have to hold on. It's important because it makes you understand you need to have self-worth.
Absolutely.
Fact though.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when you accept that everything is transactional,
Yeah.
you understand the importance of having something to bring to the fucking table, yo.
Yeah.
How important it is to pull up to this table with something. Because everybody has to pull up to the table with something. So you cannot be worth nothing. You have to value yourself. You have to understand, yo, I have to be worth something. Right?
Yep.
Now, whatever you want to figure out, however you figure out what that is, whatever. But the bottom line is you understand that you have to be worth something.
Yes.
Everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
And you can only understand that by kind of accepting that all relationships should be transactional.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. And I think Barbad said something about connotations. I think people take the bad connotation with the word transaction.
Yeah.
Like transaction, like you said,
Like you're using somebody.
yeah, like you said, it was like it's not always money. Like I might have a homeboy that you know what I'm saying, he provide the laughs. And that's just what it is. Like I'll go through a bad day, hit him up, we bust it up, and we just laugh all fucking day. You know what I'm saying? I get good energy from different people. I do different things. So I think that's just part of it. You feel me? Like you just got to know what you bring and look at everybody in that way.
And
There's been a reoccurring theme on today's episode. And this is me speaking to anybody suffering from imposter syndrome. If you're ever feeling like you don't hold value, look at the people you have around you. Because if they're all valuable people around you and they want to be around you, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that.
That boy, he's
His head big enough, man. We just let's
he's all right a little bit.
you know what I mean? Let's tone it down.
Next thing you know, he gonna start having to buy the one size fit all hat.
Yo, you almost there.
The elastic,
His head too
elastic
big.
joints, you heard?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Let's get into my man Chopper, man. What's up, Chopper? I know you got something to say today, man.
So my topic today, you know, I always talk about communication. You know what I'm saying? I think it's probably one of the most powerful tools that we have aside from love. You know what I'm saying? But love teaches you proper communication. So, you know, I think that it's important to communicate properly with people, and sometimes you gotta put your pride to the side in order to do that. You know, I had a little issue earlier, and you know, I was a little frustrated. I felt like the communication. Me and my wife was beefing earlier, right? So we got in a little argument. You know what I'm saying, and like, you know, like I went to work. I was pissed off. I got to work, and then some other shit happened, and it almost turned into like an even worse situation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on the phone with Nice while I'm pulling up at work, and I'm explaining to him what's going on. He's like, "Yeah, you might want to get up out of there," and I'm like, "Yeah, you know." But when I went back to the crib, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I was frustrated and I didn't like the way our conversation left off because I had to go to work and my wife went to go bring the kids to school, like I knew that I needed to circle back, you know what I'm saying? Because honestly, she probably wouldn't have, you know what I mean? And usually I'm the one that like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Breaks the ice.
Yeah, like I'm usually the one that breaks the ice when it comes.
Conversation.
Yeah, so you know, like I knew that I had to circle back. Like I could have been stubborn and been like, "Fuck it," and we would have been mad at each other for a few days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like I was like, "Yo, let me circle back and approach the conversation from a different way." And I was like, you know, like, what do you think I did wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like where, like what do you want? You know what I'm saying? And I approached it from that way. And you know, like the conversation went dope and we sat and we talked or whatever. But if my pride was to the side and I was in my bag and I would have just left the shit alone, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how it would have been. So, you know, you got to put your pride to the side for the ones that you love, that you care about, you know, whether it be your significant other, your parents, your kids, you know, your friends, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to push that shit to the side for the people that are important in life.
Yeah, I got the text this morning. It was early.
Yeah.
Yo, he hit me with an early text. Yo, I need to talk to you. Or yo, you up? I'm like, I forget what it said. It just made me wonder, like, is he all right?
Yeah, I said, hit me when you get up.
He said, yeah, hit me
Ooh,
when you
that's the
get up.
one.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I need to hit me when you get up. So usually he don't never hit me that early. So I'm like, yo, you good? He's like, yeah, and no. I need to holler at you.
I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
but no.
I said, yeah, I'm good.
yeah.
I said, but no, I need to holler
no,
at
I
you
need to
about
holler.
something.
Yeah, it was on.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
but
So
no.
it's not an emergency,
Yeah.
but like I need to vent real quick because like
Yeah.
I be balled up and like I'm one of them people like I gotta talk because if I don't talk it out, like that shit, like I express my anger in different ways.
Eat you alive and then you let it out.
You know what I'm
different
saying?
way.
And I ain't want to do that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But even the homie, you know what I'm saying? I had hollered at him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And
same thing.
everything went smooth. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, bro, you don't really want to do this. Why don't you try doing this? Put your pride to the side, bro. You don't want to end it on that note. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? I talked to him today and everything good, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Nah, he had spoke to me and even said that. You know, he was like, yo, the bro, I talked to the bro, gave me some good words, wisdom, whatever, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, that's the bro. I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, because he was hitting me like, yo, ask. I said, nah, you gonna have to hit him, yo. You know what I'm saying? You could vent that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, it's communication. That's what we were talking about, bro. When you hit me
Absolutely.
today, we don't got to get into the detail, but that, like you just said, you was talking about that, and I was like, yo, man, Chops, you got to maybe sit down and revisit that, bro, because you know how we know our significant others sometimes, or our family and our friends, bro. We know these people. We've been around you enough. I know you enough, almost to the point where you are a part of me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like I got every person in my life. And we were talking about this. It's kind of like a part of you, right? Like
Mhm.
I can look at one person, yo, Chops, I know you well enough, dog. Like I consider you like my right arm, right?
Mhm.
If my right arm is feeling some type of way, I know it.
Yeah, you feel it.
Motherfucker, it's not feeling right.
Mhm.
Right.
You're my right arm. X, you my left arm.
Right.
P, you my foot. Nah, you my ass. But you know what I'm saying?
What is happening?
It's my dog.
Look,
Nah.
he ain't even got to come back.
Look at P, right, right.
Fucked him up.
Cause I know he's gonna say some slick shit. I know he's gonna say some slick shit. So I had to hit him first.
Finish your point, man.
You know what I mean? Nah, but for real, all
You
jokes
was being
aside.
knowledgeable to that part.
Right. Nah,
know what
but
I
all
mean?
jokes aside, when you've been around people long enough, they become like a part of you, dog.
Yeah, facts.
So you know when something is off,
Mhm.
especially when it's your significant other, bro.
Yo, how would your ass be off?
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
yo.
If my shit hurt in some type of way, yo, it's feeling funny. I might have pulled. I broke a butt cheek before in the gym. Shit was wild, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I broke a butt cheek before in the gym. I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you, dog.
Go ahead, man.
That
Go
shit
ahead.
went. I'm
Time
telling
out.
you,
We
man,
good. We
you know
get
what
Is
I
that
mean?
a true story? You broke a butt
No,
cheek?
he's bullshitting. Yo, Barbette.
Barbette,
Barbette. A butt cheek is a muscle, bro.
You can't break
You
that.
can't
bro.
break
What
a
you
butt
doing,
cheek, bro. What you
You
doing?
break your tailbone. That's
Nah,
it,
but
bro.
all right.
What the fuck wrong with
But for
this
real
guy,
though,
man?
listen, when you deal with people that are in your immediate circle and you've known them for a certain amount of time, bro, it's legit. Like, you know when something is just off.
Yeah, you can
You
feel
know what
it.
I'm
You
saying?
feel it,
So,
mhm.
and if you know that person, and you know that you may have to initiate that conversation to make things right, I'm saying, like Chop said, you kind of just put your pride to the side, bro. You know what I'm saying? And revisit the conversation. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, yo, let's sit down, let's talk, let's go out to dinner, let's go out to lunch, whatever the fuck it is. You know what that person may like. Yo, let's go out to eat real quick, bro. Let's sit down, let's chop it up. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Communication is everything, bro. You know what I'm
Communication
saying?
is key.
In every relationship that you have,
Yes,
Every single one.
Right.
absolutely.
friends,
Work.
Work.
and- right. Intimate relationships,
Intimate,
whatever,
mhm.
right? The whole in any relationship, when there's a fucking problem, right? You should figure out the solution to the problem. You know what I'm saying? You don't just say fuck the relationship. We got too
Word.
much time. We got too much history invested into this.
Mhm.
The offense can't be that bad.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Let's figure out the solution,
Solution.
to the
Mhm.
problem.
Mhm.
And sometimes that requires you to initiate the conversation, bro.
That's a fact.
Mhm.
Know what I mean, man? So you can't erase all the history that you have with somebody, bro. You can't throw all that shit out the window.
Yep.
That's a
You know
fact.
what I'm saying?
And speaking of erasing history, like some motherfuckers in the United States is trying to do right now,
Word.
I feel like I want to know is, do y'all feel like America is trying to erase Black history. Or matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say that.
Their ugly past.
Yeah, do you feel like America's trying to erase the negatives of Black history? Like act like the negatives ain't never happened. And and just kind of focus on the positive.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that because there are some school books, and I got kids in school, and there's some school books that they teach slavery, like they don't call them slaves, they call them workers. They use certain verbiage that make it seem
they
like
reword everything.
they reword things. You know what I mean? I think they're just trying to like make it seem like you said they're trying to erase the ugly past. Like we didn't. It wasn't that bad. Like, but you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're trying to whitewash the
100%
situation.
they are.
You know what I'm saying? Because the school definitely with the formal education, people definitely in a school setting. If you're teaching children, they're gonna go off what they believe just because they trust. Us being grown, we know that it's like we know how to educate, but kids they trust what adults say. So if in the books they're like, "Yo, they're workers." Like my daughter came to me one day, maybe last year. She was like, "Dad," I said, "What's up?" She was like, "Can you teach me the real Black history? Because like, what they teach me in school, I know that's not it." So how do you know? She said, "I don't feel like that's what happened." And I be on, you know what I'm saying? I be on Google and shit. Like she's like, "That's not what happened." You feel me? So it's like. For my daughter to say that, like, that lets me know that they're doing something that's not. They didn't get it how we get it. Like, they just giving them Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and they don't even give them Malcolm X no more because they give you Martin Luther King.
It's a curriculum.
Yeah, so.
You know what's crazy, right? I remember when I was in school, like, I really thought that the Indians and the Pilgrims got along. And they sat down and they broke bread. They had Thanksgiving dinner together, and
It was a
like,
little dumb thing they used to show, the cornucopia, whatever.
Yeah, the cornucopia.
Dumb shit.
That's what I really like thought it was like. You know what I'm saying? It was like you know the
It was a slaughter.
Yo, the shit's crazy. It was like, you know, the was it the French and Indian War? And
Yeah.
like all the fucked up shit that like this country like has done, like it's really not taught in school at all.
No way.
You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to, you know, things like that. But then it's crazy because when they talk about the Holocaust, that shit is like they talk about internment camps and the slaughters and all that. And I don't understand why that's taught the way that it is with the truth. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, like slaves were workers. You know what I'm saying? Like
they sugarcoat it.
Yeah, like even like when they talk about the Atlantic
Transatlantic slave.
Yeah, transatlantic say it again, sorry.
Transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah, when they talk about the transatlantic slave trade, like it's just like a little excerpt. Like they don't really break down what was happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't until like I watched the movie Amistad that I was like, damn, yo, like that shit's wild. You know what I'm saying? Because you really don't know if you're not looking in like books about everything that really happened. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, it just feels like they trying to, like you said, like they trying to whitewash it. There was this dude in I was watching on YouTube the other day. There was this guy speaking at a district meeting, and he was talking about how in California they're trying to ban CRT, which is
critical race theory.
Yeah, critical race theory. And like his argument was like, yo, how y'all gonna ban something that y'all don't even teach?
Right.
Like y'all don't even teach this shit at all.
Right.
But y'all over here trying to ban it. You know what I'm saying? And like it was crazy because he was making his points, his argument. He was real passionate about what he was talking about. And then some lady told him, well, why don't you get out the country? You know what I'm saying? So after she told him that he needs to get out the country, he started illing on the lady like get out the country. Like, yo, We were slaves for 400 years. Like, I probably been in this country. My people probably been in this country longer than you have, right?
Or your family, right?
And then the chairman of the meeting that was on the council gave him a warning and told him, yo, like, one more outburst like that and you're gonna be removed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and the shit was crazy. Like, this is exactly what the fuck we're talking about.
Right wingers, man.
Yeah, I think and then you have examples of many black people that came and spoke against the status quo of what they teach, and you see how they treated them, the Malcolms and the Martins, and when you go against the status quo, like, because at the end of the day, like you said, I feel like they say history is written by the winners, right? So history is written by the people who did the conquering. So they never get the conquered people's stories. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like you said, we grew up, oh, Squanto came, he helped the Pilgrims in Plymouth Rock and all, like, but it wasn't like that. Like, it was get down and lay down type, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And when they deal with everything, or they use words like, they freed these people, or they civilized these people, like, and it's
people,
like, did you really, like, did you really civilize these people, or did you just slaughter them? And it's like, I feel like the truth, if it comes, like, the truth being taught in school, I think it disrupts their system in some way, so they don't want to teach it all the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's
So-
definitely a certain portion of people that don't want to talk about the ugly past.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just want to give the definition of critical race theory. So critical race theory is an academic concept that is more than 40 years old. The core idea is that race is a social construct and that racism is not merely the product of individual bias or prejudice, but also something embedded in legal systems and policies. So basically what they're saying is like because of the history, like kind of like how we talk about on this podcast, like, you know, how like the laws are worked against black and brown people. The
They say racism it's basically saying racism is a systemic problem.
yeah, like you got redlining, like from like, you know, the police presence in certain neighborhoods,
Yep.
and you know the jails,
Jim
and
Crow.
you know Jim Crow, you know,
COINTELPRO, all that.
like just it's embedded in the DNA of this country. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they want to teach critical race theory in these schools. But then they were kind of saying like, basically, I know this lady, she was she had got on some show, and her comment was like that basically it's okay to teach it, but you shouldn't make students feel bad for basically their ancestors being oppressors, or make, you know, black kids feel bad for being oppressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But look, the truth is the truth. You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
fact.
Like
History is history.
yeah, like it's history. So if they feel bad, then fuck it. Because I'll tell you this, your parents ain't, your grandparents ain't.
Yeah, making someone feel bad is not the issue.
Like, what about the motherfuckers that
that's a
suffered through
fact.
the shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
what
more-
about these cities that got bombed and drowned in the country?
Rosewoods.
Yeah, the Rosewoods.
Tulsa.
Yeah, like we
Tulsas.
like what about them?
Even Philly in the 80s.
Yeah, we
bro.
telling them no, they don't got a voice. Their family members don't got a voice. Now we gonna sweep that shit under the rug. Like the shit never happened. No, we gonna do. We gonna put a lake over this motherfucker, and now this is gonna be a summer tour spot, and we gonna act like motherfucking ain't a whole city and hundreds and thousands of fucking bodies underneath this lake.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's a
come
fact.
on,
Like
yo.
man, I agree with you.
I think that
1000%.
the argument isn't about making people feel bad. It's making people feel guilty for something that they didn't do. That's the argument from a lot of people. It's trying to tell certain people like, you're guilty of this. You are implicit in this. You're guilty of this. And that's the argument. Also, the argument about it being taught in grade school is the fact that Kimberly Crenshaw and the other scholars of CRT who created this 40 years ago, they were college professors, and when they created this theory, it was a theory that was created with college students in mind. It was never a theory that was created to teach 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds because it's very complex. So
That's a fact.
that's a thing where people are saying, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody has any real knowledge and understanding of the theories, like, yo, you can't really teach this to 6 and 7-year-olds. Like the scholars didn't even have these kids in mind when they created this theory because it's complex. That's why it's in college. You know what I'm saying? So to try to take it away from being taught at all is crazy.
Yeah.
You should never do that. Anything can be taught. You know what I'm saying? You should let people think. It's just a theory, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. So why not teach it? Let people learn about it and make their own decisions based on the information that they gather. You know what I mean? But the other argument that the left does try to push is that, well, it's not being taught in elementary schools, which to a certain extent it's not being labeled critical race theory, but there are certain curriculums that are directly inspired by critical race theory and intersectionality theory. You know what I'm saying? You had the teacher in California, bro, that took these are elementary school kids, bro. The teacher separated the children, bro, and told the white kids to go over here and all the other kids to go over here, and legit told these kids,
That's earlier this year.
you are oppressors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all are oppressed. You understand what I'm saying? This is yes. And people say, oh,
They fired her for that, didn't they?
I don't know if they fired him, but what I'm saying is like the teacher even admitted that this was directly inspired by critical race theory and intersectionality, the theory of intersectionality. So like they're not labeling it CRT, but there's definitely certain curriculums that's inspired by it. And then the only other problem with CRT is it does say that like all white people are racist, whether consciously or subconsciously, all white people are racist. So naturally, dog, you're going to have people that are going to push back against that. Someone like me is going to be like, yo, I'm going to push back against that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You're not going to you're going to be teaching that shit. I mean, my children are mixed anyways, but like if my children were white, I'm not, you don't be teaching my fucking kids, my 7-year-old that they're racist, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a little bit, so there's certain parts of it that naturally people would push back against. Like, yo, this part, I'm not with all of that, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm cool with talking about slavery. I'm cool with talking about the injustices of America. I'm cool with talking about systemic racism and things of that nature. You feel me? But once you start going a little bit further and saying, like, you separating my children in classrooms and you're telling my kid he's a fucking an oppressor and that whether he understands it or not, that, you know what I'm saying, you're a racist, whether you understand it or not, consciously, subconsciously, whatever, like, that I got a problem
I
with.
think that's extreme. I think that's
No, it is.
Yeah,
But
that's
what I'm
OD.
saying is, like, that is a part of critical race theory, and that's a part that certain people are pushing back against, you know what I'm saying? But overall, am I in favor of banning critical race theory? Fuck no, yo. That comes down to, what do they call it? Totalitarianism or something like that, right? That's part of that type of shit. Banning what people can learn and can't learn.
So-
that's crazy.
So what I don't understand is, right, how you can water down the whole history, but you can't water down critical race theory. Like, why does it have to be that extreme? You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, it's just a theory. But when you see, my thing is, you can keep that as a theory, bro. You can even keep the whole part about white people being racist, right? I'm cool with that. My problem is, you can't teach that to 6 and 7-year-olds, yo. You know what I'm
it should
saying?
be like
because they're gonna be running around the
eighth
school.
grade,
It's
eighth
really,
grade and up.
it was
Ease
really
it in at 8th grade.
Yeah. Like, it was really like when they created this, bro. Kimberly Crenshaw and them, like, they're intelligent people, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're scholars and they make valid points. The thing is they didn't create it with these young children in mind. They created it to teach children at a certain level. I mean, not children, people at a certain level. And this level was college, bro. Like, not like first year, second year, like third year college law students, bro.
Yeah.
You don't understand what I'm saying? So these are the students that they had in mind.
Yeah.
So to take this complex theory and be like, let's teach it to fucking 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
I mean, naturally, once I understood that,
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? That just doesn't make sense to me. Why are we going to teach these young kids? Hold on, that don't.
So I think teaching it to college students, I think it's too late.
No, you think so?
Yeah, I think it's too late. I think that it should be something that should be taught in all high schools.
Yeah.
and maybe eased in at some point in junior high, but definitely by 9th grade, it should be something that that you should gradually be brought into. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get to college, you decide whether you want to take that class or not. And I think that it's real important for people to understand like where black and brown people are coming from, why they feel the way that they feel, because you're worried about you're worried about making a white person feel uncomfortable. Well, newsflash, black and brown people feel fucking uncomfortable their whole lives. You know
No,
what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
think it's about making. This is where I think we disagree. And it's not about making white people feel uncomfortable. Feeling uncomfortable is you're uncomfortable. That's not. It's making people feel guilty for something that they had no part in, and saying you are guilty of this. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's wrong. That's
no,
wrong.
I know that's what I'm saying.
wrong.
This is what
I'm saying. Like,
this is what it pushes back. That's like the pushback. There's a misunderstanding of the actual pushback against it.
yeah, like this, so I believe there's certain parts like yo, you're not fucking responsible for fucking hanging black people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's extreme. You know what I'm saying? But the mindset, like understanding the mindset and how, because white people and black people, for the most part, like we view shit differently. We view society differently on a lot of different levels.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And if CRT is gonna bring some type of clarity to that and really kind of dig in why we think the way that we think and why we view things the way that we view things,
Facts.
then I feel like that should be taught high school. You know what I'm saying? So you have a better understanding, and maybe hopefully by time motherfuckers become adults, we start all looking at each other a little more equal and a little more with a little more respect.
Yeah, because
You know what
I
I'm saying?
definitely agree. I definitely think that is something that should be taught. I think that, like what you were saying, like y'all are oppressors and y'all that's crazy.
That's
right?
crazy.
That's
But
crazy.
what I think is just give the unabridged American history.
Spread
Teach the-
truth.
That's it.
Just
Yeah,
teach
that's
the
it.
kids
for what it is.
what happened. Like just if you teach the kids what happened, and then you lay it out, and then you like Nice said, you lay it out and you let people make their own decisions. Okay, this is what happened. But to take little kids and do that, you're gonna have little kids. You're gonna have beef in school.
Yeah.
6 and 7 year olds fighting each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I'm all for saying, yo, you can teach 6 and 7 year olds about racism. You can teach them about slavery. You can teach them about redlining. You could teach them about all of that shit.
I think
right?
that's too early.
No, but but I'm just saying, I'm not even against that, right? People are like, even if it's well, how are they gonna feel? Well, how they feel is fucking irrelevant if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not telling the kid, you know what I'm saying,
You're directly responsible.
yeah,
for this.
you're responsible for this, or you should feel guilty for this.
watch the
Because
cartoons,
once
man.
you do that, right, the kid that you're telling should feel guilty for this. The one who doesn't feel guilty for this is naturally gonna go, oh motherfucker, that's why I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
We don't like you, motherfucker. Y'all did blah 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 blah.
I think it would make it worse.
It would obviously make matters worse. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to fuck, okay, it's gonna be uncomfortable. All right, uncomfortable. So we don't talk about something because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. We gotta talk about it. Uncomfortable conversations need to be had. You feel me? But making someone feel guilty is like, that's where you gotta be like, all right, yo, look, man, we gotta kind of draw the line here. You know what I'm saying? But some people take it like this. Let's say you say, yo, I really don't think critical race theory should be taught in elementary schools, right? So then some people go to the extreme and they say, so what are you saying? Slavery shouldn't be talked about? Redlining shouldn't be talked about? Systemic racism shouldn't? No, I'm not saying that at all. That's not what the fuck I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that at all.
Right.
I'm saying that this theory right here is too complex to teach fucking 6 and 7 year olds.
Absolutely.
That's what the fuck I'm saying.
yeah, there's mad
You know what I mean?
shit
But
that's
people
true.
people
The mind
will
is immature
people will
enough.
take it and say, well, especially if like you say, I don't really think You'll get people that be like, this motherfucking old Uncle Tom ass motherfucking. So we don't want to talk about slavery?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's not what he's saying, dog. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you deal with. You know what I'm saying? Too often with people. You got people on this side, and you got people on this side, and they're saying, so this is what you're saying? And they're like, no, that's not what I'm saying. And you got people over here saying, you know, because there are people over here, bro,
That's a fact.
that there's a portion of people in America, right, that tell black people, get over it.
Yeah. 100%.
That's
Right.
crazy.
It's crazy. It's wild.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's
fucking
fact.
crazy.
Even that shit is going on in Florida
Florida,
right
yep.
now. Like Xcel, you was telling me
The
about
travel
that
warning.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, like-
the NAACP issued a travel warning to basically to
Florida.
Floridians and black people traveling to Florida because they're saying that
And the LGBTQ.
And the
LGBTQ
LGBT. Yeah, I was about to say that,
that they're not being
Welcome there.
welcome there pretty much, and I think that's fucking wild.
That's just crazy.
So I
Openly hostile toward African Americans and people of color and the LGBTQ plus individuals.
right. So I looked up a couple things, you know what I'm saying, because DeSantis has been in the news couple times for certain things, like
Santa's trying to get that Trump vote.
he blocked they say he blocked the African American Studies course in school. He blocked the AP course, but the thing that he blocked, because I kept seeing the LGBT part. The thing
Like
that
the diversity and the inclusion.
yeah, but the thing that made him block it was there was a part in the study that was just strictly for the LGBTQ. And he's like,
Like queer.
it's called queer theory.
Queer theory.
So
yeah.
he's like, I don't understand how that is educational to the kids. So because a lot of
He
times,
defunded all those programs.
yeah. So a lot of times when they write bills and they write curriculums, they'll just hide shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll put a bunch of shit in there, and then the one headline part is the part that they'll highlight. Like so, I think that that's crazy. Like he's definitely doing some things to get that right
He
wing
also
vote.
outlawed the gender transition care. Like, if your kid's like in the middle of transition, he outlawed that shit.
Yeah, he's
I looked up. He had put something. He had put some type of law that he wanted, or something in, like, it's called the Woke Act, something against Woke Act. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he put something. Yeah,
Oh,
but
he's-
when you actually look at it
right.
and what he's actually talking about, it's not what you.
Barbette, you could Google that.
It's not what you think it is, bro.
Gotcha.
The laws that he's actually trying to is actually like, oh, that's kind of that's
Yeah.
that's cool. Like, I'm telling you, bro, you gotta
He's-
really
he's
look
outlaw,
it up.
He's trying to outlaw you for being woke.
No,
Nah,
it
nah,
stands
nah.
for something, bro. It stands for like something against kids and it. Barbette, pull it up real quick, yo. I'm telling you, bro. When you look it up, it's actually. I was looking at it, I was like, oh shit, that's actually the shit that he was talking about. Like, this
Right.
is how we want it to be in Florida right here.
Right, because I was
And I was reading this shit and I was like, oh shit, that's kind of like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful about some of the shit
Yeah.
you're reading, dog.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
you
You gotta
definitely
really
got to
click
do the
on this
research
shit
because
and see what it's really about, because
So the Woke Act, and this is me just Googling what the Woke Act is the Individual Freedom Act, commonly known as the Stop Wrongs to Our Kids and Employees Act in Florida state law, which regulates the content of instruction and training in schools and workplaces. Yeah. So-
scroll down, because it tells you like what they mean by that.
I was about to say,
So
content as far as
DeSantis-
what?
Stop Woke Act, signed in 2022, essentially prohibits instruction on race relations or diversity that imply a person's status as either privileged or oppressed is necessarily determined by his or her race, color, nationality, origin, or sex.
So
the
basically,
reason
he's trying to make it an
reason
even
why-
playing ground.
Yeah. So yes, that's essentially what he's doing. He's saying that there is no such thing as privilege or disadvantages based on your race or gender or sex
in Florida.
in Florida.
Right,
In
right,
Florida.
in Florida.
He,
So I
he,
think
he disagrees
that.
with that.
Not
is
Florida.
what he's saying.
So I
Yeah.
think that like with this, I think he's getting a lot of headlines because of who he is. But it's like Nice said, like even when I looked up him blocking the African American studies, and then when I seen why he blocked it, I was like, well, what he's saying is logical. You know what I'm saying? Because that part of it, he's like, that has no educational value to. Why would you teach kids again? Why would you teach kids that? You feel me? Like, so it's like so when you're dealing with those type of things, because at the end of the day, like that community, they use the Civil Rights Act a lot. The Civil Rights Act of 1964, they got their rights on the back of that act right there. So a lot of times when they kind of group it together now. So it's like, oh, they're being rude to the black people and the LGBTQ. So let's everybody rally up. And it's like, it's not really that. Like, because at the end of the day, whatever your sexuality is, if you black, that's the first thing they see. They ain't gonna ask you, yo, what's yo? You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you gotta do the research. Don't get caught up in the headlines. But if it's crazy enough for the NAACP to issue out a warning, it's definitely definitely wild.
I hate the fact that like,
And you know there's a lot of politics involved.
Yeah, for sure, 1000%.
I hate the fact that like everybody, it like, to me, just personally, my opinion, I feel like everybody is getting their just due, their laws, their everything. Like black people are like the last one.
Facts.
Like, yo, like that shit drives me crazy. And now it's just like, yo, like, and now, like you just like how you was just saying, like now, like black rights and all that is being grouped in with the LGBT, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
no doubt. We know what you're saying.
Let a game.
Like, yo, it's like, damn, like, yo, can we get our own shit first?
Right.
Like, yo, we didn't been through mad shit. Like, can we get our shit first? And then we can worry about all this other shit after, because everybody else already got theirs. Like when we talk about like reparations, like I think it's fire that they did that shit in Cali. You know what I'm saying? But like even still, like you look at like different ethnic backgrounds that like they already had their reparations. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and it seems like
up there.
Yeah, it seems like we're the last ones, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
read off the list, Peter. A couple of these people that.
All right. So in 1952, Germany issued $822 million to Holocaust survivors. German Jewish settlement. 1971, the USA issued $1 billion plus 44 million acres of land to Alaska Natives land settlement. In 1980, USA issued $81 million to the Klamaths, I can't say that, of Oregon, their Native American tribe. And then in 1985, USA issued $1.5 million.
105.
$105 million. $105 million to the Sioux tribe of South Dakota. And in 1985, again, USA also issued $12.3 million to the Seminoles of Florida. USA in the same year, $31 million to the Chippewas of Wisconsin.
85, they was giving out bread.
In 86, they gave a $32 million in the 1839 treaty to the Ottawas of Michigan. And in 1988, Canada gave $230 million to Japanese Canadians. And in the same year, they also gave 250,000 square miles of land to the Indian and Eskimos. And then in 1990, Austria issued $25 million to Holocaust survivors, Jewish claims of Austria. And then in USA, $1.6 billion, what was the equivalent to 20,000 each to all Japanese Americans. And that was the last paid.
In 1990.
1990 was the last reparation payment sent out.
Even that Japanese Americans, I know that came from World War II.
And from 1865 to present now.
African Americans get $0.
$0.
Have got
zero.
nothing.
Now the crazy thing is like the 1990. That's from when Pearl Harbor happened, and
Hiroshima.
They not even Pearl Harbor. When that first happened, they locked up a bunch of Japanese people, put them in internment camps because they were scared. They just locked them up, and they locked them up for maybe 6-7 months, something like that. I like Chop said, like everybody gets their love and their looks, but besides us. Now, to get these reparations, I think you have to be able to trace your lineage back through slavery to 1865. If you can trace your lineage back in this
California's,
country.
that's the task force that California's working out. That's the
Yeah.
You got to be 72 years. If you're 72 years of age and you could trace your roots to 1865 to slavery, you're going to get granted $1.2 million.
Yes, indeed.
As of right now. But they're also trying to prepare to the point, what? You got some knowledge on it?
Oh, nah, you could have finished. I was going to wait till you were done. I just had a question about the reparations, right? So people of color, I know we're speaking about like black people,
Right.
but what about Caribbean Americans, right? So, like, for example, my parents are from Barbados. So, should America pay me reparations or should Britain pay me reparations?
That's a
You
Britain
wanna
thing
see?
because a lot of Caribbeans came here on their own.
Yeah. But I also think whatever country subjugated your people should pay you.
Absolutely.
Like the Haitian people, the French should pay them. Jamaican, Britain should pay them. Black Americans, the U.S. government should pay us because we were subjugated by them. So when we go to fight our fight or we go to get that, that's what it is. Like, I'm not saying, I think anybody who was subjugated and had to deal with the transatlantic slaves should be paid.
I was about to say, I want to get paid by motherfucking the French.
Yeah, I want to get
motherfucking
paid.
England,
Yeah.
motherfucking Portuguese,
Yeah.
and
Motherfuckers who
America.
drove the
goddamn
boat,
it.
people who made parts
you
of the
know what I'm
boat,
saying?
all
This
that
shit
shit.
crazy,
But-
bro.
You're gonna have to go all the way back to them motherfuckers in Africa.
Yeah,
that sold
yeah.
y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah,
too.
that too.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm
That too.
saying? Yeah, that's a fact too.
That's a fact too.
You know what I'm
Nice.
saying?
That's
I
definitely
just
a
think
fact.
that-
over there they was big on that shit too.
They was in
Yeah.
cahoots
They
too.
definitely
100%.
was. They
100%.
definitely was. I
100%.
definitely just think that it's like, yo, like it's just like the CRT, like why they don't want to teach it. It's basically the same why they whitewash it. I think the key word in reparations is repair, right?
Repair, bro.
So you got to repair something that's broke. I think if they give us that money, that's them admitting that we broke y'all. We broke and subjugated a group of people. So now we're trying to give y'all and they don't want to do that because you see, we just had a whole conversation about them whitewashing and changing words and you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
hey, everybody fighting that fight, keep fighting, man. Like,
Absolutely.
keep
And I
doing
just want to say, where's my camera? For white
Nice
people-
is just mad because he ain't getting the check, y'all.
No, I'm dead serious, yo. I might get a check. I'm doing my ancestry DNA.
I might get a check.
Hey, look, y'all said at one point the one drop rule count. That means these 0.1%. I'm in on that.
Somebody
I'm
in there
that.
somewhere
I'm
gonna
in
give
on
me
that.
some money, goddamn.
Nah, but for real, my thing, I want to say this to white people. Yo, listen, all these white people, reparations. Look, this conversation has nothing to do with us. That's between black people and American government or whatever. It has nothing to do with us. Why? Is the money's not coming out your pocket? You should have no fucking say.
Right.
Period. You know what I'm saying? You should have no say in that shit,
Yeah, let them
man.
do what
Just
they do.
mind your fucking business. This is a conversation that has nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, United States government, Trevor Noah said it, bro. United States government, black people got to have a conversation, bro. Has nothing to do with white people, man. And I'm all for reparations because you black people owe me money, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
You need your dollars.
as soon as that shit come around, I'm knocking right on their door. Like, I know you got that reparations.
You got that check.
You got that
You got
check.
that
Word.
check.
I know you got
Yo,
that
they
check.
said that shit came out on the 5th.
Wait,
Word.
I got issued the
Look,
5th.
yeah,
I know you got
that's
some.
It's the first of the month.
Wake up.
I'm like, yo, nice outside my crib. Chilling.
Chilling. Yeah, word.
That check hit? I know that check hit.
I know that
You know what
check
I mean?
hit, B.
No
You got
bullshit,
direct
man,
deposit
for
too.
real,
I know
man.
you do.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but for real, man. Like, I'm serious. Like, I hate when I hear white people speak on this shit. Like, they always got something. Well, look, bro. If they not taking money out of your fucking check,
you
what
give
the
a
fuck
fuck?
do you care?
Right.
Why do you care?
Well, the taxes is gonna go up. Well, motherfucker, when hasn't it?
Yeah,
goddamn?
Yeah,
Bro, listen, man.
It
Listen,
always
man.
goes up,
Listen,
man.
man.
What the
When hasn't
fuck?
it?
There's a million reasons taxes have gone up for some bullshit. If it's a legit reason,
Hey.
what are you mad about? At least it could be a legit look, man. They'll bring up a million reasons which we know is bullshit to raise taxes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we might bitch and complain about it. All right. But if it's a legit reason, if it's a legit reason, you know what I mean? Like, that's
It's a legit
everybody.
reason.
That'd be people's excuses.
Yo, all
right?
that
Hey,
money,
man.
all
Hey,
that money,
listen.
all that money going back into the economy.
Yo,
isn't
I
a
was
bad-
just about to say
it's
that.
not
We
gonna
ain't
be
gonna do
bad.
nothing but spend that shit.
It's not gonna be a bad thing because motherfuckers remember 2 years ago when the PPPs hit.
Yeah, we
motherfuckers
blowing,
was out
yeah,
here
we
wild.
spending that. Yeah, we
Straight up, motherfuckers was getting
Bottles
lobster,
of
lobster every first.
Day.
Motherfuckers, I ain't never seen so many people eat lobster and crab in my fucking
Fucking
life.
life.
No.
Some
Listen,
motherfuckers eat
niggas
that
ate
shit.
so many crab legs, the crabs left. That was
This shit ain't gonna be a bad
It was
thing.
like, we
man.
gotta get the fuck out of here, man. These niggas eating too many crab legs, man. You heard?
Word.
Yo,
Yeah,
man,
man.
but yo,
Yeah.
you always talking mean, man. Why don't you talk to me nice, motherfucker?
All right, so check this out, man. Listen. It's one thing when you have a friend who might tell you, hey, yo, look, I'm not really a fan of your music. Or I'm not a fan of y'all podcast, right?
I thought he was making a sub towards chops.
No.
Oh, no.
Listen, he knows I'm amazing, bro. I ain't worried
Nah.
about it.
Listen, let me get this off real quick. Pause.
Yo,
That shit sound crazy.
yo, filth.
That's it. For real, if you're doing something, you have a business or whatever, right? Someone may not be a fan of your music, your podcast, the book you wrote, the food you cook, right? That's okay. As long as they do their part in supporting you however they can, then you should appreciate that friend. The people you need to pay attention to are the people that don't do their part in supporting your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that don't want to see you win.
Right.
Too often we get caught up in the, you don't like my shit? Fuck, you don't like my shit. They're being honest with you. That's not important, right? Like if they don't like it, isn't really important. Because whether they like it or not should have nothing to do with whether or not they still support you.
Right.
You understand? You don't have to like anything I really do, bro. But that should dictate whether or not you share my shit or support my shit or show up to my events. No. You should still show up to my shit. You should still share my shit or promote my shit or whatever it is. Because this is my dream. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to the friends that don't support your shit. Don't get mad at the friends that, I don't really feel your music, bro. It ain't really for me, dog.
Right.
Don't get mad at them. They're being honest with you. Those are the friends you want. Those are the friends you want, bro. As long as that person is playing their part and still supporting your dreams, it's because they love you and they want to see you win. They want to see you win. So stop getting in your feelings about people who may not like something that you're doing, bro. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is stop worrying about the friends who tell you the truth. Just make sure that they're supporting you. That's all. It's the ones that don't support you, you need to keep an eye on because they don't want to see you win. They don't want to see you succeed. They're jealous, they're envious, or they're haters, or whatever you want to call it. The bottom line is they don't have your best interest. Those are the friends you need to pay attention to. You want friends in your circle, they're going to be honest with you. And you know, as always, man, this truth be hurting, man, but bad kids come from stank pussy. We out.
They ain't see us coming till we hopped up on the stage. Now the fan base jumping like we dunking NBA. Now I got something else to say. Intellectual convo, sprinkle with some game. That ain't every day. Plus Peasy got them jokes. You know that nigga always playing. That's nice, yo. Homie a G. He from the hood, plus he speak like he got a degree. The guard, he a battling beast. Supreme knowledge and equality to round up the team. 4 dudes from the dirt with our eyes on the goal. Took coal, applied pressure, and made it a diamond throne.